I have just prepped the grid. Fester, you have not prepped the grid. Although I will give you credit, you've actually walked in. You're actually here. Michelle, Fester's actually here 12 seconds before the the show opening finale.
I mean, since we're keeping such diligent track of this, I walked in 27 seconds.
Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was 27.
No, 27. Yeah. I see. I have a little timer here. I can see the countdown before it ends.
I have made the grid. Fester has not made the grid. Michelle, do you know what grid I'm talking about?
I do not.
Oh, hold on a sec. When I say I have made, now you haven't seen me. We arrived at a little before 5:30 this morning, and I've been. Oh, what are you going?
What does Michelle do at this boring ass radio station from 5:30 to 6? That's like the worst time of the day.
I put my face on.
Yeah, Michelle put her makeup on.
All right. I mean, as long as you're doing something.
She put her makeup on for MJTV.
When you get to the radio station,
Andrew, grab. Where the hell's Andrew?
He probably had to go run and do something. Remember?
Oh yeah. Hey, is Michelle's camera on? Put Michelle's camera. Put Michelle's camera on.
Yeah,
I'd rather it not be
is
on.
Michelle's camera on now? All right. So, Andrew's all pissed off today. Oh my God, he's in a mood.
I'd be pissed off too.
Andrew's in a freaking state.
Personal or professional?
He goes into the studio this morning, into his little production room over there where he produces the show. He's in a booth just in front of us, and like half the equipment's not working in there because this place is an absolute dumpster fire. Yes, Andrew, do you have anything working, or have you alerted the engineers? All right, so do you know what the issue is? Oh my God. He's just like, Andrew's flipping out.
Let him do his job back there.
Let's not bother him right now.
Yeah.
But MJ, coming to the radio station at 5:30 in the morning without having a job to do is like purgatory. It's like just waiting.
Yes.
You
know what? Fester, maybe you should pick me up on the way in.
You know what?
I could just get here at 5:59, 30 seconds with you.
I should. That's a great idea.
All right, so where the hell was it? Oh,
I don't know.
The grid. Michelle,
grid.
the
grid.
You don't know what I've made the grid. I'm going to hold the grid up to MJTV. Andrew, go back to my camera.
It's a premature grid.
It is not a premature grid. What do you mean it's a premature grid? I'm prepared. I'm getting ready.
My grid will be ready when it's time. It's not time.
The grid is ready. MTWTHF. Michelle, do you know what that is?
What is that, a gang sign or something?
MTWTHF.
Sounds like you're cursing at me.
It's the days of the week.
And then 6, 7, 8, 9. The grid is made. Do you know what this is?
It's a grid.
What is the grid for?
The winners?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me show you. This is last week's grid with all the
last name.
Cover the last name.
That's why I don't have my grid yet.
Oh, so what if I show the last winner from Friday? All right, the grid is made because the ATMJ. That's the ATMJ spitting out the cash. Sounds like they're winning all ones. Sounds like that's about $1,000 in ones.
That's how we pay all the bills around here.
In ones.
Here's a stack of ones.
Congratulations. It's like those idiots. You know the folks that get all pissed off because they got a ticket and they show up like at the clerk of the court or they show up and they dump like $500 in pennies right on the floor in front of the. Yeah, I saw one of those recently.
Yeah,
some guy shows up to pay some traffic ticket with $200 in pennies.
And that never works out for
them.
them.
Then dumps it all out there, not rolled. I mean, who really, if you're dropping off legal tender, I mean, who says they, I mean, if you're a bank.
What are you, a sovereign citizen over here? Trying to go against society? You bring change, at least bring it rolled. Yeah. They would have taken it if it was rolled.
Yeah. So from now on, the Beasley Media Group, we're going to pay out all the $1,000 winners in pennies. Bring a wheelbarrow. All right, and a hand truck,
and a friend.
Or whatever, and a friend to pick up your money. No, you get a check. You get a check for $1,000.
It's like a free couch on Craigslist, and it says at the bottom, "Bring help to lift."
The ATMJ will be open for business this hour, so anytime during this hour, I could tell you to call in, and we'll give away the first winner of week number 2 of the ATMJ. This is the second week Last week, we gave away $1,000 every day, every hour, 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock hours. And that was a total of 20 grand. Now we do it all over again, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. We gave away $20,000 last week, and now another $20,000 this week, every hour, every day. And the first 1,000 happens this hour on the MJ Morning Show, so stand by. If you want to get a jump on it, go take a look at my Instagram. And if you don't follow my Instagram, you should. Because if you did follow me, this might have popped up. Scout, our Jack Russell Terrier, our female.
Yeah.
We have Scout's our female. Gatsby is our male. Scout delivered a message last night. A message to MJ Morning Show listeners. So a very important message. And if you haven't seen it yet, you can go to Certified MJ Radio and see Scout.
Oh, you're not going to accuse her of hacking your phone?
No, Scout. No. Scout shot the video and then and sent it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
She did a WeTransfer because it was a big file.
Big file.
Yeah. So Scout knows how to use a WeTransfer, like a Dropbox kind of thing, although they're two separate deals. But Scout has a WeTransfer account, and she sent me this video. So there's a message from Scout, and it is on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio if you want to get a jump on it. Hey, Fester, you mentioned a minute ago when I was talking about, those lunatics that show up to pay a ticket in all pennies down to the courthouse or the clerk or, whoever takes their money. And you said, what are you, a sovereign citizen?
Yeah. Yes.
All the cops I know, they've all had run-ins with the so-called sovereign citizens. Wonder if we have any listening right now.
I mean, they would have their own radio frequencies, wouldn't they?
You know what? I wonder how many have little pirate radio stations where I don't need no FCC guidance. I don't need no FCC. I'm a sovereign citizen.
I met a guy who had one of those.
What?
Maybe that guy, Domino's old friend, had an old friend named Craven something. His name wasn't appropriate.
Craven Moorhead?
Yeah, Craven Moorhead was the guy's name. But he had a pirate radio station that you could hear for like 3 miles outside of his house.
I thought, who was that other guy?
But Domino took me there one night, like in the mid-'90s.
Really?
We were in this guy's sketchy garage. He's like,
great.
say whatever you want, man. I'm like, no. They can hear you for 3 miles. We blast all the way to Sulphur Springs.
Oh, wow. Big.
Say whatever you want.
Who was the kid that used to be over at our old radio station?
Holmes?
No, not Holmes. The other kid, Greek name. What was his name?
Kojax.
No,
Kovacs.
Yeah,
Kovacs. Andy Kovacs.
Didn't he have one as well? Is that who you're talking about?
Kovacs, I think he was into that too.
Yeah.
A lot of guys were into that.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
Remember him? It's 6:08 at the MJ Morning Shows. We just get rolling. We ought to go to the sovereign citizen phones. Folks, do you know? Fester, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just do some quick research.
Okay.
I mean, I know what a sovereign citizen. Hey, Meredith, come here. Meredith.
Please,
we
we need you.
Do you know what a sovereign citizen? Meredith's walking by. By the way, Meredith is now middays.
Oh.
Meredith is now. You can hear Meredith from 10 to
That's
3.
right. My princess little wave is happening right now. This is my big introduction to Q105.
Yeah, so Meredith is now middays, 10 to 3, right after the MJ Morning Show.
Are you proud of me?
Yeah,
I am.
Very much so.
I cannot be happy.
I earned it so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
After we plucked you out of
Yeah.
Obscurity.
part-time work in Jacksonville.
I was full-time, but yes, that's exactly what I was doing.
Whatever. Hey, did you see the car that caught on fire at the Jacksonville airport?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you got to look this up.
That's a very Duval thing.
Yeah. Oh, a car caught on fire in the parking garage, and
Yeah.
now 2,000 spots are unusable in the
Oh.
short term. Oh yeah, Jacksonville Airport's a mess.
Oh.
All right. So, do you know what a sovereign citizen is? You ever heard that term?
That is somebody. No, I don't know.
Really?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what.
Why does she know what a sovereign
well,
citizen is?
tune in because
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about it next.
Okay, I gotta go to another show.
Thank you. I go do another show.
What,
All
the
right.
day in the shark too?
Yeah, that's no. That's a matter of fact, no.
Yeah. All right, 6:10 at the MJ Morning Show, just getting rolling. No, so for those that don't know what a sovereign citizen is, Fester,
Right.
just find a couple of stories. I mean, I can give you a description, but then I want Fester to go more in depth, and maybe we should go to the phones and see if we have any listening. Next, all right, busy show today. $1,000 on the way. I got I got a sovereign $1,000 to give away here on the MJ Morning Show in minutes as we get rolling on a Monday. Back in minutes. Shriner's got the latest with traffic, and we're back momentarily. MJ Morning Show, Q105, 104.7 FM.
Good morning.
I don't mind Crowded House. I like that song. And the other one you don't like is dun 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 something so strong. You don't like that one either, do you?
Is that Thumb?
Yeah, that's Crowded House. Yeah.
No.
Don't Dream It's Over. Something So Strong. Hey, Andrew, do you have Something So Strong? Look for bring that up and just start, or put it on my button bar. Put it on 9.
So strong.
Something So Strong. Those were their only like 2 hits. Crowded House was Don't Dream It's Over. Trying to fill the deluge in a paper cup or something. That was Don't Dream It's Over. And the other one was dun 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 dun. I'm just doing the music at the beginning. See if I had the tune right. Oh, did you hear me do like the? I made the little noise of like the church organ, like the Hammond organ in there. Doing the kind of noisy.
All right, goodbye.
So,
Just stop talking about it.
I almost like Something So Strong better than Don't Dream It's Over.
So most of the time, I do play a song at like 6:16. So we take the first break, usually about 6:09-ish, and I play one song, and then we play no other music during the course of the show. However, there are songs scheduled in the computer, like suddenly I'm going to play 3 songs in a row in the 7 o'clock hour. Not going to happen. However, Michelle.
My suggestion is that one
yes.
song you play is Michelle approved.
Well, guess what? So I can quickly
since I have to sit here through it.
All right, before we go,
and I'm not getting paid. For all you listeners out there, by the way, because I did get asked this yesterday.
Yes.
And my friend was quite surprised.
Is this your former FBI agent friend?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Michelle did Pilates and had.
No, it wasn't Pilates.
What'd you do?
Pure Bar.
Oh, sorry. Michelle did Pure Bar and got coffee with her former FBI agent friend who retired a couple of years back. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is I do have the list of songs that were scheduled or are scheduled during the show. So of these, tell me if I was going to play one song, which I just did at 6:16, just wrapped up.
Yeah.
Out of all these songs, which one would you have chosen? Okay. Don't Dream It's Over. That's what played.
No.
Okay.
The other one is your song. What the hell is that?
That's Elton John.
Oh, Elton John's your song. Okay.
Yeah. No.
The other one is Another One Bites the Dust.
Maybe.
Okay.
Queen.
I love that one.
Yeah. So
Another
far,
One Bites the Dust.
So far, that's in the lead.
Rebel Yell. I
think I'd go with that.
Well, you haven't heard the rest yet. Then Let's Dance. That's David Bowie. Rebel
Yell.
Right. And then finally, Take Me Home Tonight. Just like Ronnie sang. You know who Ronnie is, right? You know who, because Eddie Money in Take Me Home Tonight references Just Like Ronnie sang. And
is it Ronnie Millsap?
No, it's not Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah.
And then the female voice shows up in the song as a little backing vocal.
No.
That's Ronnie.
Are you sure?
Who do you think it is?
I have no idea.
Do you know who it is?
Ronnie Simpson.
No, it's...
Ronnie Jackson.
No, it's Ronnie Spector.
Ronnie Spector.
Yeah, a 60s,
Thank you, Fester.
big 60s female. All right, so that's who, just like Ronnie sang, that's who the Ronnie is. And then you hear the, Be My Little Baby.
I would probably take the Eddie Money song.
So she sang Be My Baby, and she sings Be My Little Baby. That's who Ronnie is, just like Ronnie sang. And then Ronnie Spector comes in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Glass Tiger's song. You know, the... what's the big glass? Hey, put Glass Tiger up there.
Ew.
Oh, you don't like that song either. You don't like what's the name of the Glass Tiger song? Yes, no, not Someday. That was their secondary hit.
The one I pushed the button on.
Yeah, the big hit for Glass Tiger. Yeah, Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone. Yeah, Glass. All right, hold on a minute. This is Glass Tiger. Hey, go ahead and scroll into like near the end where Bryan Adams comes in. So Bryan Adams, so Glass Tiger's a Canadian band.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Bryan Adams, Canadian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You take my breath away. All right. So this song, Glass Tiger, at the end you'll hear Bryan Adams comes in. Bryan Adams does a cameo. Little chorus in here. Hang on here. Andrew's going to try to find it. Yeah, scroll into like did you know? You got to try to find Bryan Adams. It's
Yeah.
like maybe a minute or a minute and a half before the end of the song. And then Bryan Adams comes in. A lot of people don't know this, but Bryan Adams does a cameo in the song.
Yeah, Canadian yacht rockers were a lot like the rappers of today, going on each other's tracks. They really set the trend.
Andrew, do you have it? Do you have Bryan Adams? All right. Hang on. Andrew's trying to find Bryan Adams. My heart will break. And Bryan Adams does like a little guest appearance in Glass Tiger's song. My heart will break.
So if this was a modern day rap song, they would have started with like Glass Tigers, Bryan Adams. Yeah, and then they would get into the song.
What the hell?
Like all the rap songs, they name everybody in the song.
I like that version better already.
Yeah, Glass Tigers.
What about
Bryan Adams.
what about the Derulo guy?
Yeah. And Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
with Bryan Adams and Glass Tigers. Yeah, they name everybody in the song, and then they get into it.
Andrew, do you find Bryan Adams yet? I got to move on to song.
And then we get
Here we go. Right there. That was Bryan Adams. My heart will break. So
Yeah.
that was Bryan Adams' appearance in Glass Tiger.
I can picture those guys in Glass Tiger just looking over like, that guy's really good.
All right, so Fester made a comment. And folks, we've got $1,000 to give away. $1,000 to give away in minutes with the ATMJ. And why did you bring up Sovereign Citizen in the opening of the show when I was mentioning the ATMJ coming up?
I forget.
Anyway, Fester said something about a sovereign citizen, and I asked, you know what a sovereign citizen is. So I'm going to give you my definition, and then Fester's got a little bit more. And the videos are like all over online. Sovereign citizens believe that they're not beholden to the laws of the United States. They think that they belong to a different part of society and that any state and federal law does not apply to them. And you'll see the sovereign citizens get pulled over, and then the body cam footage shows them like completely disregarding. I don't need to give you my license. I'm a sovereign citizen. And almost every cop out there has had a run-in with a sovereign citizen. Hey, do we have any listening? I said I would try to get a sovereign citizen. Are there any sovereign citizens or think you're a sovereign citizen listening right now? 800-990-1047. I don't need to call that damn show. I'm a sovereign citizen.
Gotta call my own radio station.
All right. That's a federally licensed radio station, WRBQ-FM at 104.7 FM. I don't need to call that federally. So if you're a sovereign citizen, call us up. Just have a quick convo with us. If you're a sovereign citizen, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 if you're a sovereign citizen. You can stay anonymous. We're not tracing your call. We don't even have caller ID. Do we have? I don't even think we don't even have caller ID in this place.
No, we don't have caller ID.
All right. So while we're waiting to see if a sovereign citizen calls in, 800-990-1047. Or let me extend it. Do you know a sovereign citizen? Do you know somebody that claims they're a sovereign citizen? And you can remain anonymous, too, if you don't want to be associated with your name and everything. 800-990-1047. All right, so, Fester, do you have any more of a description and definition? Can you go beyond what I said?
Yeah, well, I mean, what you said is kind of right. It's an individual that's not subject in their mind to the government laws and regulations. They believe that the courts have no jurisdiction over them.
Right.
And that specific procedures cannot be used on them, and they do everything they can to avoid regular USA government involvement.
Right. Hey, any cops listening? So Andrew's screening some calls right now. But listen, it's early. But
they don't need government documents like
Right.
Social Security numbers or Social Security, or they don't pay taxes,
Right.
they don't carry driver's licenses.
Are there any cops listening? Any police officers listening now that have had a run-in with a sovereign citizen during a traffic stop or whatever? And again, if you want to remain anonymous, if you don't want to tell us what agency you're with, or if you want to just be officer friendly, go right ahead. 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047. Oh, what do you find from Fox 35 in Orlando?
So Fox 35 did a really good job of talking about a guy who says he's a sovereign citizen who's been arrested twice in a couple of days, like in 10 days,
Right.
over the same crime. He was obscuring his license tag.
Oh.
And then when the cops pull him over, they find he has no license. He had some weed on him, and there was a whole bunch of things. Then it goes into a deeper dive.
Right.
2024 was a record-breaking year for violent encounters with sovereign citizens.
Yeah.
The Anti-Defamation League says in 2024, a record was set for violent encounters. Most of them were in Florida.
Yeah. Oh, this place is loaded with so-called sovereign citizens.
But then it goes on to say, back in June of last year, somebody drove through a secure gate at the Melbourne airport out on the other coast.
What, just busted through like the airport perimeter fence?
He said, I'm a sovereign citizen.
I want to drive on the runway. I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm cleared for takeoff.
In May of 24, a guy opened fire on deputies in Hamilton County.
Oh,
Florida.
that's bad.
They were trying to serve a warrant for that. Polk County deputies were shot at when they were.
Hold on. Andrew's answering. Oh, all the lines are. They're calling for the money.
No,
they're
we'll tell you when the money.
That's why I can't get called. Andrew's answering all the freaking phones. People are calling for the $1,000. Oh man.
What if you're a sovereign citizen and you win? Isn't there like a rule against that?
You know what? You're a sovereign citizen. We don't have to give you the money.
I mean, don't you have to be a resident of like the state of? Don't you be like a resident of the United States or a resident of the state of Florida, or at least live in our area?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you have to show an ID.
You have to. You don't have an ID.
Oh,
yes.
to come pick up. Yeah, to come pick up your $1,000 check, you got to show an ID. So I don't know. Sovereign citizens might have an issue with that, unless they have like a name for their entity, like whatever world they live in. Maybe they've made their own ID or something. Listen, our receptionist will take anything.
Yeah,
you could.
I mean, we have a part-time promotions person.
I think they let the receptionist go. I don't think we have a receptionist anymore. All right, 6:33. Andrew can't get. All the people are calling for the $1,000. All right, the $1,000 is coming up. And morons in the news, man. I've got a pile of morons in the news? Good stuff. And $1,000 with the first winner today for the ATMJ will happen next. Get ready to call in minutes at 6:33. Hey, your carpet's all messed up? Do your carpets think they're a sovereign citizen and and their stains are not beholden to anybody? Listen, all kidding aside, get your carpets cleaned the right way with Zero Res. What is it about Zero Res? Well, you should know by now. Zero Res uses a process, and it's ZR water. ZR water, Zero Res water. It's a patented process. They used electrolyzed water, which gets the dirt out better, and your carpets stay cleaner longer because ZR water, Zero Res water. Zero Res also means zero residue. They don't leave the soaps, the chemicals, the sticky, foamy shampoo chemically residue. That's why you want Zero Res. The other companies use all the residue stuff, and the residue attracts dirt faster. That is so freaking counterproductive. That's why you want to use Zero Res to clean your carpets. And right now, for the remainder of May, but you got to hurry, get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $119. Go to ZeroResTampaBay.com. You can call the phone number on the website, or you can book online, but always remember to tell them you heard them on the MJ Morning Show. First thing you should say when you call Zero Res, hey, I heard you on the MJ Morning Show. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $119. ZeroResTampaBay.com, and tell them MJ sent you. Traffic's on at 6:35. Let's grab Shriner with the latest morning. And who wants more? Who wants $1,000? Oh, it's going to happen very, 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 very soon. 641 MJ Morning Show. Morons in the news. Let's just dive right in. Let's start right here in Florida. Oh, not local, though. Let's go down to Boca. Let's go down to, what was the place where Jerry's parents lived, Michelle?
Was it
Del Boca Vista.
Del Boca Vista, yes.
Let's go down to Del Boca Vista. Oh, man. You ever hear of Champion Motorsports?
Oh, yeah. Champion Motorsports.
Champion Porsche. Is that... look up Champion Porsche. Are they an actual... I think they're a Porsche dealer.
Is Champion like a whole line of dealers?
I don't know if like the Champion Auto Group. I don't know. But listen to this. Anti-Semitic message from the owner. Wow. From BocaNewsNow.com. The co-owner of Champion Motorsports is apparently leaving his company after calling a customer a Jew C-word. Michelle, you can make a noise. Michelle's like, her mouth is going, but you're not making a noise.
Well.
Holy crap. The co-owner apparently called a customer a Jew, and then the awful, terrible, one of the worst English language words, the C word, in a text message. Naveen Miraj, according to the general manager of Champion Porsche, is resigning from the company following BocaNewsNow.com's reporting on the incident that involved a Boca Raton customer. In a lengthy statement first published by BocaNewsNow.com Friday night, general manager Mike Peters suggested that Miraj and potential customer John Wolf, with two Fs, had a long-standing relationship which kind of sort of made the anti-Semitic remark okay. But Wolf, who we did not initially identify, said that he hadn't spoken to Miraj, M-A-R-A-J, in 6 years, and to suggest that they were or had some kind of relationship where it's okay for Miraj to call him a Jew C-word is absurd.
You have to have a very special relationship where that's, not absurd.
Listen, here's the text. The text was, I had my Porsche rep contact the factory to secure a spot at the paint to sample line. I don't know what this means. I'm reading this verbatim, so it looks like it's not a perfectly intact English language sentence here. I had my Porsche rep contact the factory to secure a spot at the paint to sample line for a special color before I had someone contact you. I think the guy's just looking for a special color because, like with BMW, you can do an individual color and you can really have your car painted any color you want, but there's an upcharge. So it's sometimes $5,000-$10,000 to get a special color, just a different paint that they don't typically offer. But as usual, you behave like a spoiled Jew, then C-word, who thinks you're special but you're not. You not buying a car from me is like a gift from God. Oh my God.
I
I
understand that guy as far as the second half. The first half, completely unacceptable. He could have said spoiled brat.
So as a salesman of RVs,
oh yeah,
sometimes customers are such a pain in the ass.
The greatest gift the Lord gives you is to never have to see them again. Yeah, it's true. That's anybody in sales. If you sell anything or work with any people, to know that I don't have to ever see you again. Thank you.
Wow.
Go away. Wow. Yeah, Champion Porsche. It's a bad look.
Oh no, it's a real. It's not like a secondary.
No,
this is a real Porsche dealership. Yeah.
Pompano Beach.
On Copans Road, Pompano Beach. Yeah, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so one of the owners has left. Well, listen, he's not giving up his stake in the company.
I'm just going to not show up to work anymore and still get my cut.
For like 3 weeks. I'm leaving the company. Okay, I'll be back in 3 weeks. Yeah, give me a break. Anyway, that's terrible to call. Yeah, this is Naveen Miraj. I wonder if we've got Muslim versus Jew here as well. I wonder if there's a little bit of that action going on.
I don't know, but it represents a German car line, so watch your mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Watch your mouth, German.
Don't drop any Hitler stuff in there, would you please? Anyway, that's bizarre. All right, first morons in the news story. And in between the first and the second, let's give away the $1,000. Let's go with caller number 66. Let's get your kicks with 66. Caller 66 right now, 800-990-1047. If you're the 66th caller and you know who won the $1,000 last, which was in the 9 o'clock hour on Friday, if you're the right caller and you can tell us who the last winner was, you win the next $1,000. And this is it. This is the first winner of week number 2. This is the second part of the 40 grand. We're giving away $40,000. MJ Morning Show only. This is not a national contest. This is only MJ Morning Show listeners. And because you're hearing every single winner live as Andrew takes caller 66. And we'll take caller 66. Andrew will say to me in my ear, okay, I'm screened through 65, and then I pick up 66 live. No idea who it's going to be. Just random 66 caller. So we'll give away $1,000 in just a matter of moments. All right, moving on with the morons of the news. Let's go to Long Island. Seaford out on, kind of far out. Seaford is out in Suffolk County. 66-year-old Long Island man shouted death threats and profanities at a group of 5- and 6-year-olds playing sports at an elementary school field which borders his backyard.
Yeah, that's how they do things out there in Seaford.
Well, come on. I've gone to schools where, like, there were adjacent residential homes. Mm-hmm. So this guy is yelling death threats. I hope you die! 5- and 6-year-olds at an what is wrong with this guy?
Listen, it's tough growing up on the island.
Michael Marin, more like Michael Moron. Michael Marin in the news! Stormed into his yard Thursday evening and screamed, I will kill you, along with a string of obscenities at young children participating in after-school activities at Seaford Harbor Elementary School out on Long Island. Holy crap. Can you imagine the kids are playing in the school property and his house happens to border and he yells over the fence to the 5- and 6-year-olds, I will kill you.
It's not a good look, Mr. Marin.
No, it's not. His house borders the school. Over 500 little kids.
Leave the kids alone. Let them play.
Are enrolled at this elementary school. They arrested him on Friday, arraigned Saturday. Holy crap. Is Seaford, Michelle, look up, is Seaford Suffolk County? I
yeah,
forget
Seaford's just near Massapequa.
And that's right over the line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Hold on, no.
Seaford
Seaford might be Nassau. Hang on a minute.
Nassau, or is it?
Yeah, Michelle.
Nassau County.
Oh, it is. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Correction.
Almost as far west or far east as you can go.
Without
going to Suffolk.
Yeah, so Suffolk is very close, I would imagine. But that is terrible. That is absolutely awful. I'll kill you. That is.
Leave the kids alone out there in New York.
That's terrible. Yeah, anyway, this guy's in trouble. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Marin has had previous incidents and interactions with the school community. A previous arrest for firing a BB gun.
Yeah, this can't be the first incident.
Did he fire a BB gun at a kid? This is back in 2014.
How's that not?
This guy's a mess.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, a judge on Saturday ordered him to be released without bail under the condition that he submit to electronic monitoring. You know, I hope this guy doesn't, escalate things. Yeah, he should be away. He shouldn't be living so close to a school, said a neighbor. Dean Giamundo told New York Newsday.
Hey, Mr. Giamundo has a good point.
I'll tell you what, if this guy, Mr. Marin, if Mr. Marin sees that Dean Giamundo is commenting, he's going to be really pissed off at Dean Giamundo.
Hey, you know what? Why don't you come on over? You never leave.
I don't know if you want to mess with Giamundo.
I'm
thinking he's connected.
Of all the guys on the block.
He's connected.
If he's not, he knows a guy.
Yeah, he knows a guy. You're right. All right, 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show. Let me pick up line 6, which happens to be caller 66. Good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who is on the phone?
Lori?
Lori, where are you calling from, Lori?
St. Petersburg?
I sense some anticipation in your voice.
Oh my God.
I got the oh my God already.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Are you sensing something?
Yeah?
What are you sensing?
That my kid is really brilliant. She said, they said call in.
Okay.
Our kid said, call in,
Okay.
Mom.
All right. Sounds like driving kid to school.
All right.
And your name is what?
Lori.
Lori. We're giving away $1,000 with the ATMJ contest. You are caller 66.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know who won the $1,000 in the 9 o'clock hour on Friday?
Cheryl with a bad spelling.
Did you say Cheryl with a bad spelling?
Yes.
The answer, Cheryl, is correct. You win!
Holy crap. Oh my God, I'm taking the day off. I ain't doing nothing.
Oh, this is great. You got $1,000. And how do you spell your name?
Lori.
All right, you got a normal Lori. And how old's your daughter in the car there?
That's Olivia. She's 8.
Olivia, by the way.
My great niece. I adopted her a year ago.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Wonderful.
Plus, you know, Olivia is the #1 female name in the country. Also, the #1 female.
know.
Also, #1 female name in Florida as well. Olivia, can Olivia hear me or no?
Hi.
Hey, Olivia,
Yeah.
how do you like your new family?
Good.
All right, fantastic. So Olivia was adopted, according to Lori, a year ago. That's fantastic.
She was a great niece.
Yeah,
They,
look.
they already knew each other pretty well before the adoption.
How do you know?
She said, 'cause
Oh,
Lori was
Oh,
Olivia was Lori's great niece.
I didn't hear
And
that.
then she was adopted a year ago.
Right.
It's not like they just met each other like 13
I must have been
months
so
ago.
engrossed in hitting the
Yeah.
the bell here. I couldn't hear that.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. All right. So, Lori, congratulations. You are the first $1,000 winner of the new week, the second part of the contest.
Thank you so much.
All right. So you can use $1,000 about now, right?
Heck yeah, I'm just an Uber driver.
Oh man, is
That's
that?
like a week's worth of work.
Oh, that's fantastic. So it's going to get you out of a couple of jams, huh?
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Lori, hold on. Andrew's going to give you all the information to get your $1,000. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. So, folks, that's the 6 o'clock winner. We're going to give away the next $1,000 in the 7 o'clock hour. The 7 o'clock hour starts in 6 minutes. So another $1,000. Folks, this is all local. You can hear it. All local winners. This is not a national contest. This is not, text in the keyword right now and you're playing against all kinds of radio stations across the country. No. This is all local. Thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. And we'll give away another $3,000 today. The 7 o'clock hour, 8 o'clock hour, and 9 o'clock hour. And the 7 o'clock hour starts next. Coming up next on the MJ Morning Show. You know what? I haven't even gone through all the morons in the news.
Nope.
You know what? I want to continue. I've got still additional great freaking morons in the news in just a bit. Oh, and a Final Destination update. We talked about that last week with the new movie opening. Got a lot of stuff. And then we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ coming up in just a bit. Hey, I had a great time. I popped out to Banco Overhead Doors to their unbelievable showroom. I'll tell you what, their showroom is so nice. I wish our studios were in the Banco building because that their showroom, you think of a garage door company and you're like, oh man, it's like a warehouse. Well, listen, they have a huge warehouse in the back, which is, it's nice. The warehouse their bathrooms are nicer than our studio. All right, but their showroom is gorgeous. So I was at Banco on Saturday. I popped out about 12:30 or so because Mika and Brian Kleinschmidt from the HGTV show 100 Day Dream Home, they were out there doing an appearance. And, of course, they're local. They shoot the whole HGTV series right here in the Tampa Bay area. And I met a bunch of listeners out there. It was really a nice event. Folks, for garage doors, anything, brand new door, hurricane-rated door, if your spring breaks on your garage door, if you need a new garage door opener, any kind of service, the best in town, I'm telling you. Ignore all other commercials. The only garage door company you need is Banco. Bank on Banco. And here's the kicker, folks. You mentioned me, MJ, they'll give you 10% off. So any sales or service with Banco, mention the MJ Morning Show to bancodoors.com. Bank on Banco. Get 10% off and tell them that MJ sent you. Hey, I had a friend of mine, the Zuko Sushi guy. And, the hand roll bar down at Armature Works. The owner, he just used two college brothers over the weekend. Sent me a picture of the two college brothers truck in front of his house, and he's moving to a new house. So, Ferdy, thank you, buddy. Thanks for sending that. And the people that I know, the listeners that I hear feedback from, everyone loves Two College Brothers. If you want a great move, you want twocollegebrothers.com. I've used them. Rick, our operations director, he's had 19 houses in 2 years, and he's used Two College Brothers. Bottom line is, any move, don't make the wrong move. If it's a friend, a colleague, a relative, your kids, if it's you, if you need to move, you want twocollegebrothers.com. You got the others, then you have the brothers. You got to have the brothers. twocollegebrothers.com. Tell them MJ sent you. Mention me, and they'll give you free moving boxes. twocollegebrothers.com, the smartest move you'll ever make. At 6:57, traffic's on. MJ Morning Show back in mere moments. What the heck's that? Hey, shut Elton off. Elton, shut off. All right, traffic's on. Here's Schreiner. Schreiner.
In Hillsborough, we have an accident on Hillsborough Avenue westbound at Orient Road, and the volume on I-4 is kicking up, heavy from Memorial Boulevard to County Line Road, and again from Branch Forbes to Broward Drive. Eastbound I-4 slow between Brower and McIntosh. In Sarasota, we have an accident on Fruitville Road eastbound at Beneva Road. Keeping you updated, I'm Schreiner. Traffic brought to you by the Aggressive Attorneys, Winters and Yonker.
Get the dirt out before school's out and call Zero Res right now. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for just $119. Make sure you mention me, MJ, to secure this deal today. You can book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most. Getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office, Tampa.
Chelsea here from Renewal by Anderson. Before you invite family and friends over for summer fun, treat yourself and your home to new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson has a great deal to get you started. We're excited to offer our Window of Opportunity Savings event. Buy 2 windows or patio doors and get the third 60% off. Plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. License number CGC 1527613.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
You could think you found your dream home online. The kitchen island looks perfect for your inner chef. The backyard, a paradise for your green thumb. And that extra room, hello walk-in closet. But here's the twist. The lot next door just got rezoned for years of construction. And this sound, yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of that. Don't let your dream home turn into a nightmare. Work with the expertise and ethical training of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
From the Kemp Law Group Studios, 104.7 WRBQ HD1 Tampa, a Beasley Media Group station. The MJ Morning Show on Q105, Tampa Bay's hits of the 80s, 90s, and more.
$7:01. The MJ Morning Show and the 7 o'clock hour has arrived. Another $1,000 on the way in just a bit with the ATMJ spitting out $40,000 in cash, $1,000 at a time to 40 different winners, and the second winner of the day will happen sometime this hour here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, I'm continuing with Morons in the News. I just have too many phenomenal morons today to let this slide. All right, let me lightning around this because I have other things that I was planning to do in this segment. Guy caught on video purposefully. Purposely? Is that a word? Purposefully?
Purposely.
Purposely, absolutely.
Purpose.
Yeah, purposely, yeah, but purposefully. Is that, well, don't just stand there, look it up.
No, I like to hypothesize in my brain if it's a real English word.
Man caught on video purposely knocking over a tray at a Miami seafood restaurant. Yeah, purposefully, it is a word.
In a way that shows determination or resolve.
Yeah, all right, so they're, interchangeable. Purposely and purposefully. I thought it sounded right. Listen to this. A guy caught on camera knocking a tray out of a waiter's hand, sending food all over the floor at a Miami restaurant. Luis Garcia, owner of Garcia's Seafood Grill and Fish Market, said, "My first response was anger." See, this is where the owner of the restaurant ought to beat the living crap out of the customer. If you purposely knock a tray of seafood that a server is carrying to a table, my God.
Oh.
Yeah, I wonder if any customer has deliberately stuck their foot out to trip a waiter so that everything. That's awful too.
Yeah.
Garcia was outraged after his cameras captured a man deliberately slapping a tray with more than a half dozen plates full of food out of the hand of one of his servers. Watch as the man is exiting through a glass door of the restaurant located at North River Drive, Miami, and just as the server walks by, he hits the edge of the tray, causing the food to crash to the floor. Who the hell would deliberately try to knock a tray of food out of a server's hand in a restaurant?
That's awful. That's not hysterical at all.
All right, Fessy, you
I mean, I don't find anything funny about a server holding 20 pounds of food, walking into a table,
dude,
and dropping the whole thing. That is awful.
You're a total ass widget.
There's nothing funny about it.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying. Nothing funny at all.
The server is left with a look of confusion.
Yeah, that's right. The look of confusion.
Is it better that it was done purposely? Or did he slip on a banana peel?
No, the server was left with a look of confusion as the man casually walks away.
Oh, man. Nothing funny about that.
I mean, Fester, just stop it,
what's
man.
really not funny is that it's not caught for YouTube or something.
He knocked over the tray full of food, which was unfortunate. It was Mother's Day. We had to make the food again. We had to clean the floors. Garcia said that while the video is shocking to watch, the man first confronted his general manager walking right past the line of families with Mother's Day reservations. He literally walks up to our staff and kind of puts his chest out, which is uncalled for. Video from the restaurant patio shows what Garcia said is the man demanding to be seated as his general manager begins calling the police. He's followed as he tries to avoid a confrontation. So you know what it sounds like? The guy was trying to get a Mother's Day reservation.
He was trying to cut the line.
Yeah, or he had no reservation.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about that.
Expected to walk in and get seated on Mother's Day.
They couldn't seat him.
Yeah, and then he was so pissed off that he couldn't get seated at the restaurant on Mother's Day that he tips over the waiter's tray and knocks the whole table's worth of food onto the floor as the waiter is as the server's getting ready to serve the table.
Yes, I have
That's
to double
awful.
down. There's still nothing funny about it at all.
Did he think this was going to get him a seat?
No, he knew he was going to.
I mean,
he knew he was on his way out, so he's just going to ruin everybody else's day.
Yeah,
is he ever going to come back?
No.
Garcia, the owner, says this type of behavior warrants that we find this person. Since the incident, Garcia has had several people calling to tip his server. So people are calling up wanting to give money to the server.
So he does have video of it. He didn't publish the video to try to find the person. If he's trying to find the person, that's the only way he can.
Well, he called the police. I guess it's kind of is it a battery if you touch the tray?
Yeah.
Or is that like a disturbing? But
No.
you didn't touch the server. If you push the tray out of the server's hands.
It's in his hands. It's considered like a part of him.
Okay. It's an extension of the
All right.
server.
So
yeah.
All right. And,
like if I took your headphones off right now.
All right.
That'd be a battery.
All right. So Miami-Dade police were called, and if anyone has any information, you're supposed to call Crime Stoppers.
But it took him a couple of minutes to figure the whole thing out. I mean, he's already out the door and he's gone.
You know what that was? You don't call Crime Stoppers, you call Food Stoppers, because the people didn't get their food right away.
He stopped the food all right.
Food Stoppers. Call them and file a big complaint. I don't know why, when I thought of this particular story, immediately Fester pops into mind. Why did Fester pop into my mind?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Here's the headline. What's making noise over there? I just had a Windows notification. What was that?
I'm getting all these stupid text messages.
Oh, that's your phone.
Yeah, put it on silent.
Well, yeah, good idea. Why don't you
But
put
the
your phone on?
listeners thought it was funny too, Fester?
Nothing funny at all. Yes.
All right, so listen to this headline. Why did Fester pop into my head? The headline: Extreme hoarder lived with mummified remains of 600-pound son for 9 months.
Oh, Hudson's not that big.
No, but you're halfway there.
That's a good point.
You're over halfway there.
Man.
Yeah.
Mummified remains, man. That's a commitment.
A former doctor lived for 9 months with his mummified remains of her 600-pound son. This is one of those extreme hoarder houses. Oh, you know what? That's what's missing. Are the hoarder shows still new, or are they just running reruns on reality television?
No, I mean, I think the heyday for hoarder shows
that was
come
like
and gone.
that was like 2012, right?
Yeah.
Was that like 13 years ago? Was peak hoarders, right?
And I would watch them, and I'd feel really good about,
But did they ever have an episode where the hoarder's 600-pound son died and was mummified, and they're going through the house, and suddenly there's a mummified body?
Did he even
Has
notice?
that ever happened on hoarders? That's the episode you want.
If you die on the other side of the room, does anybody even know? I mean,
that's the point. The point is the house is so cluttered and so piled up with crap, you don't know if someone's dead.
You just think your son never comes home again. And he's, 30 feet away. And the place already probably stinks.
You just think that it's the normal hoarding that smells, not your 600-pound dead son. That is unbelievable. Yeah, the home was infested with vermin. Yeah, police were alerted to the home in New Orleans, the home of Barbara Hainsworth, a former doctor whose license was revoked 10 years ago. After repeated complaints from neighbors of odors and vermin, the cops showed up. When cops entered, they found horrifying conditions, including the fully mummified body. That's a big freaking mummy. You ever see King Tut? You ever see some of the Egyptian mummies? They're like toothpicks. Can you imagine a 600-pound mummified body?
I mean, he dried out.
That's unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, and listen to this. She tells the police, "Yeah, that's my son. and told police that the remains were her son, 31-year-old Charles Hainsworth. 600 pounds, 31 years old.
That's a commitment right there.
That is unbelievable. He died about 9 months ago, and yeah, she says, oh, yeah, that's my son. Oh, my. Clearly, this lady is out of her tree. Clearly, this lady's mentally ill.
All right, from the outside,
yeah,
the house looks
fairly clean.
Perfect.
Right?
You would think that the house would look like something out of, some horror movie. No, the house looks fairly kept up. The house looks neat and clean from the outside. Even the porch is clean.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of these hoarders, they have got like a Sanford & Son junkyard in the front yard, washing machines and car parts and all kinds of crap. And then the porch is a mess. This house, you would never know this was a hoarder house with a 600-pound, 31-year-old dead son inside, underneath newspapers and, and tuna cans and all kinds of crap.
You name it. Oh,
my God. Anyway, she was referred to a mentally disabled, I guess, intake unit with the police. Anyway, clearly she has mental problems. I don't know if she's going to be charged. I mean, it sounds like this lady is just, mentally deficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is insane. So the neighbors were complaining about the odor and the vermin, but again, you look at the outside of the house, it looks like a well-kept place. That's cray-cray. Hey, you want to hear some nerve? Hey, speaking of dead bodies.
Oh, God. There's more?
Yeah. You want to hear some freaking nerve? The funeral home put the wrong body in a casket and then tries to tell the family that they're the ones that are mistaken.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you open up the casket, you know what Grandpa looks like, right?
California family accusing a Compton family. I'm sorry. Let me start again. A California family is accusing a Compton funeral home of putting the wrong man in their loved one's casket and even dressing up the stranger's corpse in the loved one's suit. Oh, man. So the family gave the funeral home the clothing they wanted their loved one to be in the casket. They put the right clothing on the wrong body, put the wrong body in the casket, and then when the family says, hey, that's not our family member, they try to say, yeah, that's not our Otis. But the name is, I didn't make that up. The name is really Otis. Yeah. Amantha Hunt said her family was traumatized when they arrived at the Harrison Moss mortuary to say goodbye to their Uncle Otis.
Hey, here's Uncle Otis right there.
Yeah, Uncle Otis Atkinson, 80, but were greeted with another man wearing his clothes in the casket.
It's obviously a terrible error on somebody's part. I mean, the
you
funeral home
think?
thought it was the right body. Of course he'd be wearing Otis's clothes.
Wow.
Otis is a very thin man. I'm surprised the person fit.
What? Hold on. I never said that the wrong corpse was a fatty boombalatti like the 600-pound kid in the New
We're
Orleans.
talking about the clothing.
Yeah.
Listen, if there's my dead body and then there's Otis,
yeah,
and he weighs, $1.40, and I weigh $3.40,
yeah,
I'm not putting on his jacket.
That is nuts, though. But then to try to tell the family they're the ones mistaking, I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, talk about adding insult to injury.
I will say sometimes, I've been to a handful of these, celebration of lives.
Hunt
look like.
Hunt told KCAL News out in Los Angeles, it was a guy laying there in my uncle's suit, but it wasn't my uncle.
Nope.
Wasn't Uncle Otis.
It was a white guy. Okay, I don't know that, but that would have been hysterical.
When the family asked the mortuary worker for help, hello, this is not our loved one, the employee insisted that the stranger in the casket was their Uncle Otis. I mean, come on. It wasn't until she insisted that there was an error and provided a picture. She had to pull out a picture of Otis and hold it next to the guy's face in the casket. Look, does this look the same?
All right, hold on. This whole thing happened in a couple of seconds. You say, hey, this isn't my Uncle Otis, and the person says, no, sure it is. And they didn't even do any double checking, and then they get the picture.
What if they already buried Otis in someone else's casket?
Stop.
Or cremated him.
Anyway, so here's, really. So here's the deal. Hunt said it took 3 hours for the mortuary to fix the mix-up so her uncle could finally be laid to rest. Wow.
Who's he stand-in?
We don't know.
We don't know.
They messed up.
Uncle Otis's stunt double needs some recognition in all of this.
Yeah, but luckily Uncle Otis was still on premises. So they were able to yank the guy out of the casket and put Uncle Otis in. but they had to change out the clothing. What they put Uncle Otis? Oh, this is terrible. The other guy that died was a circus clown. He was in his clown outfit. No, I'm kidding. I'm
had to
joking.
wipe all the makeup off Uncle Otis's face.
Red nose.
Big red nose, the big wig off.
Big floppy shoes. Couldn't close the casket because the floppy shoes were sticking up. All right. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible story. Holy crap. All right, what else did I have? Yeah, I had some other things I wanted to get to. Oh, Final Destination. Number one at the box office. Remember, man, this is kind of a theme here. We got the 600-pound, son. Now we got Uncle Otis, and then Final Destination, which some of those folks might end up in this horrific mix-up funeral home. Final Destination, number one at the box office over the weekend. $41.3 million. Yeah. So, wow, $21 million on Friday. Record-breaking weekend for the franchise. So, what is this, number 6? I haven't seen any of these, the Final Destination franchise, and it's already brought in $41.3 million. So, congratulations, fine. I haven't seen any of these movies. There have been 6 of them.
Mm-hmm. This is the 6th.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, the guy that does the Final Destination movies, he pointed out that his least favorite was number 4.
Okay, well.
2009 Final Destination 4 said that was a weak one.
Mm.
So, speaking of movies, Michelle watched Mission Impossible 3 last night with Julian at the house because they're binging all of the MIs.
So's Fester.
Yeah, this is my
Oh,
idea. I'm the one that brought this to your house.
Oh, I didn't know this. Really?
Well, I was talking to Meech about it.
You brought this pox upon my house?
Yeah, you're welcome. We were talking about, biggest movies of the summer or the biggest movies coming out, and this is a big hyped up movie, the last Mission Impossible movie. And I made the comment to Michelle, I haven't seen any of them. I mean, not one of them. Other than like the one clip of Tom Cruise hanging over the white floor, suspended, not touching it. I haven't seen anything. And we both talked about wanting to see the new movie, and we're both going through, and with your son Julian, the whole catalog of 6 of them, 5 of them.
Fester's winning right now.
Right.
I'm one ahead.
What are you on? You're
I
number
saw
4. All right, so Michelle and Julian have watched 1 and 2
and 3
and 3 last night, and they said 2 was awful. They said that Mission Impossible 2 was a god-awful pile of on-screen vomit.
It was a different vibe.
Yeah, but wait a minute. But then they said that number 3 came back strong because was that Ridley Scott? Who directed MI3?
J.J. Abrams.
Oh, was it J.J.? Why did I say Ridley Scott?
I don't know.
So Mission Impossible 3, I only saw 1. And I barely remember that. The only Mission Impossible I've ever seen was MI1. And, of course, Mission Impossible 8, which they say is going to be the final one, but there's a lot of speculation that it's not going to be really the final one.
Yeah, they need a new Ethan Hunt. Tom Cruise is like 80.
Yeah.
He's not.
How old is he?
63, 64. I mean, he's getting ready for Social Security. All right. So, and he's depending on that check, I'll tell you right now. So,
he's 62.
62. All right. So here's I think you can take Social Security as early as 62.
He's taking it early.
You probably shouldn't. I mean,
probably should.
With Social Security, you should wait.
Take it early.
No, you should.
No.
No.
Gonna die.
No.
Take it early.
If you can wait, take Social Security at the last minute to maximize what you're going to get. Anyway, so.
We're not financial advisors, by the way.
Would you listen?
Fine,
listen.
Apologies.
Listen. So Mission Impossible 3 was great, and they're watching all of them. So that you need to watch what? How many are there?
4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, you got to watch. Yeah. You got to watch another 4, 5, 6. You got to watch 4 more before Thursday.
And then I got to watch 3 more. Yeah.
So Julian bought tickets. So I'm going.
Yes.
I'm going to MI. What is it? Mission Impossible. What's the name of the last one?
The Final Reckoning.
The Final Reckoning.
It's 2 hours and 49 minutes
Oh,
long.
my God. Holy hell. Almost 3 hours of my life?
Yep.
What time are we going on Thursday?
6 o'clock.
I'm not going to get home till after 9 o'clock. I got a show to do on Friday. So do you.
Maybe take the day off.
Yeah,
I'm not taking the day off.
We should take the day
No,
off.
I'm not taking the day off.
Oh, let's take the day off.
No, I'm not taking the day off.
We have Monday off.
Yes.
Well, next 4-day weekend.
Oh, is that? I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No, we're working Friday. We
That's the
stop
way.
it. We're working this Friday. Stop. I got the cash. I got the ATMJ. You bonehead.
And you can do it.
Whatever.
We'll
yeah,
do a
sure.
special one
no,
on Tuesday when we come back.
We're here every day this week on the MJ Morning Show. But then we have the popcorn bucket problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We've got a big popcorn bucket problem. Fester has a Croc story you got to hear. Holy crap. And then I happen to have a Croc story, the footwear, Crocs. You're not going to believe what happened in Fester's house regarding Crocs. Hold on a minute. You got to hear this. We got so much crap. We've got a Hillsborough County teacher arrested, and I got a direct message from a listener whose kid had the teacher that got arrested.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, had her as a teacher or
we
had her?
We got a lot of stuff. We have a ton of stuff next as we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ in mere minutes. Hey, I was at, and that's next, and $1,000 on the way. I was at IDC on Friday. Thank you so much. I had a link that fell out of my my watch band. I'll show you on MJ TV. Yeah, I had a link that fell off the side, and the pins were hanging out because it's a metal bracelet on here. And I called my pals at IDC, and of course, I mean they've got amazing watches. They have the biggest pre-owned Rolex section you've ever seen at IDC, and they've got like a lot of the hard to get things. So they know great watches, and they fixed my link, and I happen to have some of the parts in my watch box because this was sized for me years ago, and they fixed it in like 5 minutes. Listen, IDC is fantastic. They are your diamond experts. IDC, International Diamond Center, they are a diamond powerhouse, and they're locally owned. I mean, they're known internationally, and they're right here in the Tampa Bay area. They don't believe in commissions. All their people, they work for a salary, so they're not incentivized to jam you up on price because they get a bigger commission. Like anything jewelry, engagement ring time is here. Wedding time is here. You want IDC, International Diamond Center, for anything diamond related. All jewelry, folks, it's got to be IDC, International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota, and tell them that MJ sent you. Had a great conversation with Lorenzo. Lorenzo is the general manager and managing partner over at Veterans Ford, and man, they're having a field day. They're loving all of the folks coming in for the Ford employee pricing. It's gonna end soon, though. Hurry up. You can get a new Ford for what a Ford employee pays. It is below dealer cost, as Ford gave all Americans the ability to buy a Ford at employee pricing, but it's going to expire soon. So don't let it run out. Why Veterans Ford? It's all about the experience. They're going to take care of you. You're going to walk. You know what? You're going to walk out of Veterans Ford, whether you're just going in for a test drive or you're doing the deal and you're driving out with your new car. You're going to leave there not all slimed up. You go to a lot of car dealers and you feel all slimed up, like they slimed you. Like you were on a Nickelodeon show or something. It's not going to happen at Veterans Ford. Their service department's the best. If you're looking for a Ford service department that kicks butt and will treat you well, you want Veterans Ford. Linebaugh and the Veterans Expressway. Veterans Ford, tell them that MJ sent you. $1,000, and the MJ Morning Show continues with an hour and 20 minutes nonstop next.
In Manatee County, we have an accident on 75 southbound at State Road 64 with the left lane blocked. It's backed up to 301. I-4 westbound heavy volume from Memorial Boulevard to County Line Road, and again from Thonotosassa to Broward Drive. East I-4 has heavy traffic from Broward Drive to McIntosh. And 275 south in Tampa slow between Fletcher and Sly. Keeping you updated, I'm Schreiner. Traffic brought to you by the aggressive attorneys Winters and Yonker.
Skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Download the app now. Get the Q105 app and listen to us anywhere. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Here's an Integrity Home Solutions pop quiz. True or false? Lightning never strikes the same spot more than once. False. Lightning often strikes the same spot more than once, especially high points like downtown Tampa skyscrapers.
For electrical work around your home, trust Integrity Home Solutions. You'll never be shocked by our transparent upfront pricing and flexible payment options.
Integrity Home Solutions, where details matter.
Visit homeofintegrity.com.
Hey, it's Brett from PG Men's Health. Are you struggling from erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? We've got a groundbreaking solution that's transformed the lives of thousands of men. Our acoustic wave technology is backed by 50 clinical studies, including research from Cambridge University. It revitalizes blood flow by repairing blood vessels, all without the need for pills or the worry of side effects. If you're ready to get the blood flowing where you want it, when you want it, call us now. Not only will you get the exam, free assessment, and blood flow ultrasound completely free, if you call today, we're throwing in your first treatment free. This is worth hundreds of dollars, and it's yours free if you call in the next 2 minutes. Call 877-755-MENS. That's 877-755-6367. Guys, it's time to reclaim your love life and put an end to your erectile dysfunction. Call 877-755-MENS. Call PG Men's Health now to qualify. 877-755-6367.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals on the Skyway Fishing Pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah, and they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay, just a short drive away, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Book your stay at beachesoftampabay.com.
When it comes to your electric bill, the cost can fluctuate due to weather, energy usage, and daily habits. Sometimes they're soft and cute, and sometimes they're hard and burly. But with budget billing from Tampa Electric, we'll even out your payments so you pay a more consistent amount each month. Then when your bill comes to visit, it's predictable and friendly. Hey! Sign up for budget billing online at tampaelectric.com/budget billing and see what your monthly payment could be.
And now we want to mix in the heavy cream. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't influencers usually know what they're doing?
Stop recording and open a window.
Maybe you should be influencing your followers to buy smoke alarms.
We can't help you become a food influencer, but we can help you manage your finances with checking options, saving solutions, and more. There's opportunity here. Find a branch near you at cadencebank.com. Equal opportunity lender. Member FDIC.
104.7 WRBQ HD1 Tampa, a Beasley Media Group station. The MJ Morning Show on Q105. Tampa Bay's hits of the 80s, 90s, and more.
Listen to how regal this sounds. I said regal. There's a tie-in. I chose the regal music because, we got a little problem, folks. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. We'll do $1,000 sometime in the next 31 minutes because it's, 7:29-ish? So with 31 minutes left in the 7 o'clock hour, so we have to give away the next $1,000 within the next 31 minutes inside the 7 o'clock hour. The ATMJ will roll again in moments. So we have a problem. If you were just listening to the last segment, we've got the Mission Impossible movie opening up later this week. Apparently, Julian has already booked tickets for, is Chloe going as well?
No.
So it's just you, me, and Julian going to Mission Impossible Thursday at 6 p.m.?
Yes. Chloe said something like she doesn't want to go out with her lame-ass mom and dad.
She did
something
not.
like that. She's like, I'm not going out with my lame-ass mom and dad.
No, she did not. Knock it off. She did not say that at all. But here's the problem.
She meant to.
Julian wants the Mission Impossible novelty specialty popcorn bucket.
You better get there early.
Well, hold on a minute. So there's this popcorn bucket with like a lock top, and you got to use a key to open up the top of the popcorn bucket. But apparently Julian has determined that it's a Regal, get it? Regal Music.
Oh, it's only at Regal Theaters?
Apparently it's a Regal Theaters exclusive, and we're going to AMC. Are we watching? We're going to Veterans to see the...
Yeah, because we got to go in IMAX theater.
We want to see the IMAX. Yeah, so we're going to the IMAX theater to see it. And is this true? Michelle, did he confirm absolutely that only Regal Cinemas has the exclusive Tom Cruise Mission Impossible special lock and key popcorn bucket?
Well, every theater chain has their own popcorn bucket.
So, like, AMC has a different popcorn bucket?
Yes.
But only Regal has the lock and key one?
Right. That's exclusive to Regal.
And Julian's got to have the lock. So how are we going to do it? What's going to happen? Was he going to drive to Regal just to walk in and buy a popcorn bucket?
So there's a Regal Theater in Pinellas Park, and then there's another... Okay. Wait,
He's already identified it and thinks that we're
going
there.
Why don't shh?
Well, it's not a secret. I'm not giving out, government secrets. There's one in Seminole, I think, and there's one in Pinellas Park in Pinellas County. I remember Citrus Park used to be a Regal, but I don't think it is any longer. In Hillsborough, I don't know where there's one in Hillsborough County. If you went there and said, hey, I'm not seeing a movie, I just want to buy the popcorn.
I don't think they'll let you in to buy the popcorn bucket.
I think they would.
No. Listen, they make the most money at the concession stand.
But they have to keep track of you that you don't go in and watch the movie then.
You go see the manager. Hey, call the manager. I'm not here to see movies. I want to buy your $40 popcorn.
Listen, they're selling a cup of Coke. All in, they've got 7 cents in the deal, and they're selling the thing for $10. All right? I can't imagine they're not going to let you in just to buy, stuff at the concession stand. I mean, and listen, I know the prices seem outrageous, and they are, but that's where they make the money. I mean, they're not making a ton of money from the movie itself.
Really?
Yes. Why you give me the business over there?
Because I used to work at the movie theater. I think I know this.
Yeah, I know you know
He's
that.
He's talking to the audience, not you.
Hey,
well, I think they know it too.
Listen, is there any employee or manager of a Regal Cinema that can help me get the lock and key Mission Impossible popcorn bucket for Julian? Can you help me out here? And if I need to fork over $14.95 for the popcorn and the bucket.
Oh, I don't think it's $14.95, buddy.
Oh, how much is it?
I bet you it's
Hold on, how much is it like even jammed up higher than that?
Without I swear I don't know. I bet you it's $29.
What? Really?
I bet you. I mean, no, I don't know. I have no idea. If you said guess how much the movie theater is charging for this commemorative bucket with this double lock.
No, I want a bucket.
The bucket's more money, but the commemorative bucket with 2 locks or whatever it is with Tom Cruise's face on it, and does it have Tom Cruise's face on it?
No.
What is the AMC special bucket?
The AMC bucket is the mask making machine, like this, that black box where they can do They really like the masks, don't they, Fester? Right. I love it.
It freaked me out. Yeah. Especially in 3.
Right?
Oh,
are there
so
any...
good.
In the scene where they do it, Julian's like, that's a great transition. I was like, when did they do that? He's like, oh, Mom. He can see it because, he's studying that. And I was just like, wow, it's seamless,
MJ, I can't believe you're not watching all the Mission Impossibles with your family. It's real.
I don't have time. I was prepping last night. They watched like a 2 hour and 45-minute Mission Impossible 3 last night. I didn't have time. I'm prepping for the show.
Yeah, you're prepping
Do you know
for the
how
show.
much? Look at all. If you're watching MJTV, look at how much crap I'm holding.
And the only thing we're talking about is the movie they watched. So I guess by watching it, you would have been doing show prep as well.
All right. So if anyone listening can help me does anyone work at Regal? They probably already have them in stock. They probably already arrived. Can you help me get the Mission Impossible lock and key plastic popcorn bucket that apparently only Regal Cinemas will have? If you work there, if you're a manager, help me get the bucket for Julian. I'll pay for the bucket. All right. But call me, email me. I'm MJ@MJMorningshow.com. MJ@MJMorningshow.com, or you can call us at 800-990-1047. Hey, Andrew, why are all these phones ringing? Is it for the contest? Or what are they? What does everyone say it again? Oh, hang on a minute.
We only want to talk to people who want to help us get popcorn.
Well,
butter.
bring the screener up, dude. Why do you load the screener? Hang on. Emery in Riverview wants to weigh in on just walking in and getting popcorn. Emery, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. I've stopped by the theater many times on the way home from work or even on a Saturday. I don't want to go watch a movie, but I want movie theater popcorn. I just go there, walk in, buy the popcorn, butter it up, and drive home and watch a movie on TV.
Are you a millionaire?
Yeah, I mean, you can make the popcorn for $30 less at home.
Are you the richest person I've ever met, Emery? Who does that? It's crazy.
You know what? I just want to buy. I want to buy airline tickets and just not fly. You know what?
I just want to go to the airport.
All right, I'm sorry, Emery.
I mean, I believe you. But that's crazy.
It's it's a pain to have to do that. I mean, Publix has great popcorn, but it doesn't have the butter on it. You know what I mean? But and it's a little saltier. But
well, guess what? You can probably buy a similar buttery topping on.
No, because the movie theaters have the pump with that like shellac,
you know
oil
what?
glaze.
Go on eBay and see if you can buy a used theater popcorn butter pump. And it's not real. It's like all chemical. It's not like real melted butter. If you really want to make your own popcorn, you can actually do it better. You could get a stick of high quality butter. Like Michelle, what's the brand you like?
Challenge.
Yeah. So buy Challenge butter with salt, and then even add a little more salt, melt your own butter, and put it on your popcorn. Emery, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Emery, thanks.
But you know what? What is the one thing I love about going to the movie theater?
You like the popcorn
and
experience.
Do I get a big bucket?
Yes, you get the biggest freaking bucket.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I eat it all.
Jennifer in Tampa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, so I'm looking online and on Mercari and Poshmark and eBay. They already have them for sale. For $65, $85.
Oh my God! They're already selling the Mission Impossible bucket with the key, the popcorn bucket for.
What they're doing, MJ?
Sir, they are.
No.
They're already online. Go ahead and
Okay, Jennifer, I believe you. What I'm saying is, do they physically have them in their possession, or are they selling them, knowing that they're going to buy them for $20 and then resell them and ship them out on Friday?
It looks like there's somebody with their hand opening the bag.
Yeah.
No, I'm in my car, so no.
It sounds like some of these buckets have already leaked out. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jennifer. Thanks for calling in.
I mean, if I worked at the Regal, I would steal the whole case of them. I mean,
right?
I work at the Regal. What are you going to do?
Yeah, you're a shifty, shady, sticky-fingered F to begin with.
I'm not the first person thinking.
All right, so I can't. The phones are loaded here, but I need a Regal employee or a Regal Cinemas manager to call me and let me buy a bucket for Julian. Let me grab Don in Homosassa. Don, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. Yeah, listen, you go to the concession stand prior to redeeming your ticket, so you can walk right in that lobby and go buy your.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, but the AMCs that we go to, you redeem your ticket, and then the concession stand is beyond the ticket check.
This isn't the AMC. Every big place is different.
All right, well, listen, we were at AMC at West Shore, and they check your ticket right up front, and then the concession stand's beyond that. All right, Don. Some theaters, I guess, do it that way. Thank you, buddy. All right, so I got no one. All these calls are on hold, but no one works at Regal. All right, come on. All right, I don't need any other calls on this. I got to move on. All right, if you didn't see the special message from Scout, you got to see it, folks. Do you follow my Instagram? I posted this late last night, so you might not have seen it. Listen, I can't control when Scout's going to shoot a video, all right? Scout shot a video at like 9 o'clock last night. Scout, our Jack Russell Terrier, our female, shot a very important message. So if you haven't seen this yet, go ahead and see Scout, because she's sitting at our kitchen table and she's delivering a message. So there's a video from Scout, our Jack Russell Terrier. It's on my Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. You'll just see Scout sitting in a chair, literally sitting at the kitchen table. And Scout has a message for you. So if you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. I don't want to spoil it and play it. So you got to go to Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and take a look. And I might play it, later on. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, what's wrong with you? Follow me, Certified MJ Radio. And see Scout's message. All right, Festa, this Croc story is nuts. And then it turns out I have another, just coincidentally, I have a Crocs-related story. I'm talking about the low-rent footwear, which
the most comfortable footwear in the history of mankind.
All right, I've never had a pair. I've never even tried Crocs on.
I can't believe we're even friends.
All I know is that I have so many medical professionals that have either contacted me or friends that I know, ER docs, ER RNs.
Who's contacted you?
Listen,
hey, MJ, it's your friend, the ER doc. You know, those Crocs.
Listen, I know several ER docs. We've had docs and nurses call us, it's docs about Crocs, because the amount of injuries that come into ERs and hospitals because of injuries with Crocs. However, Fester has an unbelievable story, and Fester is swearing that the Crocs saved the situation.
I believe so.
All right, what happened?
All right. So, we've covered the story about my wife getting rear-ended by this crazy Uber driver a couple of weeks ago.
Yep, and she's being represented by the Kemp Law Group.
Yes.
Accident or fall, gets smashed by an Uber, you call Kemp Law.
So the Tesla, which sustained $6,800.
Oh, it's gone up now.
Yeah. Now that they got it in the guy who looked at it.
Now he's taking it apart.
He said $4,000. Then he took it apart. $6,800 in repairs.
Oh, yeah. Her neck damage just went up as well. All right. Yeah.
Anyway, it's in the shop.
What's the opposite of the bankrupt sound on Wheel of Fortune? We need instead of the whoop, we need the whoop. That's what we need. Yeah, that's what we need.
It's that, and Tesla has a collision center in town. I don't know exactly where it is, but Allison went there, dropped off the Tesla, I think, on Thursday.
So the $4,000 damage estimate has now climbed to $6,800.
That was just an estimate for the real number's like 68.
Wow.
So it's at their facility. They're going to work on it. It's going to take about a week and a half to get it done. So we get a rental. I've been in golf carts that are bigger than this rental.
Oh, so wait a minute. Your insurance company gave you a crappy rental allowance?
Not mine. The Uber's insurance. I think Uber's covered under an umbrella.
Then you tell them no, that they need to provide your wife with a car that is similar to what the freaking Uber driver smashed into.
I wasn't there. Allison picked it up. You know, she's not. This is your car. Okay, you took the car. I'm not going to mention what kind of car it is, but it's a small car. And Allison's unfamiliar with driving it.
All right. What do you mean? A steering wheel? You got a gas pedal and a brake.
You know how your car works. And listen, if you drove this car, you'd be like, okay, this is a very different experience.
Yeah.
Every day, the big fight between the kids is who's going to sit in the front seat, who's going to sit in the back
seat. Yeah.
The big kid. Yeah. The whole, adults, we say shotgun,
yeah.
or if you're teenagers, it's like,
shotgun, right.
Yeah, but I don't know if your 8 and 13-year-old know shotgun yet.
They know it all.
I don't know what adult actually says shotgun anymore either.
I do shotgun.
I do shotgun. I do.
Because it's so important to you to ride in the front. I know.
I don't like. If I'm riding in a car and I'm not driving. First of all, I'm such a control freak. I really want to drive everywhere.
I don't ever want to be in a situation when I'm not driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm not driving, I don't want to be in the back.
So when is this?
Shotgun.
I know. I'm not sure when you sound like a toddler.
Shotgun.
I sound like a toddler.
Shotgun.
All right,
it sounds like such a 13-year-old
right?
thing. But
Thank you, Fester.
So what happened?
So we just got the kids off of a 1-month probation of nobody sits in the front seat. Yes. Both of your asses are in the back.
Everyone's driving Miss Daisy like.
Right. But now we're in this shoe of a car. I mean, there are actual Air Jordan sneakers larger than this
Can
vehicle.
you even fit in the car?
I tried to drive it, and it tipped over like Fred Flintstone. Like, boink! I was like, help! Yeah. I was pinned in there.
Mom.
Hadley's day to sit in the front. Hudson somehow decided he wanted to be super polite brother and cut in front of her and get the door for her. Because the mommy pulls the car out of the garage, the kids get in.
Yeah.
That's how it works every day. Hudson gets in front of her to get the door. Hadley thinks Hudson is sniping in front of her to get the front seat.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So she kind of gives Hudson a shove. Hudson takes a step back.
Oh.
Mommy is still rolling into position to pick up the kid. And she runs over Hudson's foot.
Oh,
no.
With this car that weighs like 140 pounds.
Oh, so luckily you have
super light car.
Luckily you have a wafer thin little like balsa wood car And maybe, the light, tiny little rental car that they gave you because the Uber driver smashed into your wife's Tesla? So the light car on top of what?
On top of Hudson's crock.
So you think that the cushy crock also prevented injury?
Now, she didn't park on his foot. She didn't, park the...
She drove over it?
She drove over the toe portion of the foot. Not the bridge of the foot, not where all the connections are.
Again, why is she moving?
She pulls the car out of the driveway.
Yeah.
And the kids get in on their side of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how it works every day.
Is she listening now?
Yes or no. I don't know.
I know exactly what happened because that would have happened in my house.
But Hadley kind of,
yeah.
You're not familiar with the car. You know where the spacing is. The kids know to stay back when mommy's moving. But Hadley might have gave him a gentle shove because she was being.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Are the kids in the car?
No, I just dropped them off.
Son of a... Really?
Yeah, they both start school already.
Oh, I wanted to hear them. Who had the front seat today, or they both had the back?
Hudson had the front seat, but then Hadley got in the front seat after we dropped off Hudson.
Yeah, that's
It created quite the controversy.
It's such a big deal, this stupid front seat. If I could take the front seat out and just have the car look like a NASCAR vehicle where there's one front seat, I'd be fine with that.
What is the car that she's driving? Why won't you tell me what it is?
It's a roller skate with a sewing machine of an engine. It's horrible.
Okay, hold on. It's a perfectly fine vehicle for some people.
Yeah, absolutely. No. It's a great car for some people. It's just when you're trying to fit kids in there and you're driving and you have, book bags and stuff like that, before you know it, the whole thing's filled and people are on top of each other. And
Or Allison, what if you have a morbidly obese husband?
That didn't go too well.
Yeah.
So he little car.
Oh, that's festive.
You know the little arm divider where you put your arm in?
Yeah.
That was as big as those crackers they give you on a Delta flight. I mean, it was like that big.
Like Biscuits?
Yeah, that's how big the armrest was. I'm like, I thought it was a joke.
I can't believe you ran over his foot, Allison. That's crazy.
It was something I didn't realize. They were fighting so much. He started crying, so I thought she punched him. And so
no, she didn't punch him. You ran over his foot. Luckily, the car you're driving weighs 9 pounds.
Yeah,
and that he was wearing Crocs.
Yeah, so it rolled over like the tip of his Crocs.
Yeah.
And so what it did, it kind of pushed and smushed the rubber down. So the rubber in the Croc smushed his toe, but I don't think it actually had tire to toe.
No, of course not. The rubber protected his toe from the tire, but the rubber absorbed the impact of the weight of the tire.
If this were a heavier car, if this were a heavier sedan or let's say a truck.
Our Tesla is a very heavy vehicle. That battery is heavy, low center of gravity vehicle.
Yeah.
Every time you watch Wham Bam Tesla Cam on YouTube, you'll see that the Teslas don't flip over because they have that low center of gravity.
Yeah, if you were driving the Tesla and you ran over Hudson's foot, it might have been squished thin like a wheat thin.
Yeah, he would have been pretty mad.
Yeah.
like the Pope's communion wafer.
Oh, yeah, like a wafer thin communion deal.
Wafer thin.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Allison. I'm glad it didn't. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
So we attribute the Crocs to saving Hudson's foot. Or at least from him having 3 broken toes, which would be the sucky way to start summer. School's over, another week and a half?
Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on, we have another call. Mom ran over this woman's foot.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Hi, my name is Therese.
What is it?
Therese.
Oh, Therese. Hey, Therese, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. So what happened?
Hi. Yes, first-time caller, long-time listener, going back to way back in the 90s.
Yeah,
anyway,
well, thank you.
I was 8 years old, about 4th grade. My mom had to drop me off at home. She was in a hurry to leave, so she actually ran over my foot as I was getting out of the car, and then I screamed, not because I was in pain, but I was in shock she did it, and then she backed over my foot. Believe it or not.
You didn't move your foot?
Oh, wow.
What's that?
You didn't move, and that's what Hudson said, Turi. He said that I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I said,
apparently I was in shock. Luckily, there's no damage or anything because I was at the time it was the style to wear like construction style boots. So I was wearing these heavy duty boots. And I guess that saved my foot, but the fact that I can't believe she ran my foot over twice and I survived.
That's incredible. Thank you for the story. And now I have another Croc story. So even before Fester sent me an email last night about what happened with Hudson's foot, his son, and the Crocs, and him getting run over, and he thinking the Crocs saved his foot, I found another item.
About how great they are? About the best shoe you could possibly buy?
Listen, so this is out of Tennessee.
Tennessee?
No, you don't need to do that.
Oh.
Listen.
Are we done with that?
No. Robert Hoskins, an MJ Morning Show listener, sent me this over the weekend. Tennessee. 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 So, a listener sent me this.
I love that.
So, any story that we have from Tennessee, Fester and I have always done Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee. So we've done that based on the Arrested Development song Tennessee, and Robert Hoskins, an MJ Morning Show listener, sends me this. He pulled it off the podcast. Tennessee, Tennessee, Tennessee. 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 Is that great? That's fantastic.
And for the true comedic geniuses in the audience, MJ is the straight man, and I'm the guy that says it all stupid.
All right, by the way, people are complaining.
Why?
Because the whole Walmart watch for falling prices, that was my bit. I invented that, and you ripped that off from me last week.
So?
All right, so hold
I don't honor copyrights or proprietary.
Hold on. Hold on. We'll get into that later on. Dude, just stop.
Okay.
I gotta get
All right.
I gotta get
Do
this,
your Croc story.
I gotta get that. I gotta get one other thing, and then we gotta give away the $1,000 before the 7:00 hour runs out.
All right, we got a lot going on.
All right, so the second story from Tennessee, a mother credits her 3-year-old daughter's Crocs with saving her foot from a freak accident with a lawnmower now. A Tennessee mom has sworn by Crocs and says that her children will now wear Crocs forever because she says that these foam slides saved her 3-year-old daughter's foot, maybe her life. Allison Dorton, 33, said that her youngest daughter, Sophia, was frolicking in her backyard while her father was mowing the lawn on May 7th when out of nowhere the little girl tripped and fell. Sophia's foot got caught in the self-propelled lawnmower before her dad sprinted to the daughter's side, called 911, and luckily her daughter's Croc got lodged in the blades, grinding them to a halt. So she's claiming that the Croc saved her daughter's foot from the lawnmower in, you know where? Tennessee. Yep. Tennessee. 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 Oh, man, I got to hurry here. Aliana in Port Charlotte wants to get in. Hello, Aliana, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning. It's Aliana.
Oh, Aliana, welcome. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It always gets stitched. So, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you. A lot of that.
I'm a nurse, and I wear Crocs to work. And one day I was in the recovery room, and I had a patient that wanted to leave, and he went ahead and left and ran me over with his motorized scooter. And thankfully, I was wearing Crocs, and the Crocs saved my foot from being crushed.
Yeah, those motorized scooters weigh hundreds of pounds, and they have those small little tires.
Yeah, they sure do.
They'll crush
and
your
it was
toes.
a big man.
Look at that. Well,
it was a big man.
A big man on a scooter.
Crocs are really workplace safety shoes.
Well, and I definitely said it. Thank God for my Crocs, because if I was in sneakers, he would have definitely crushed.
Wow. Aliana, thank you for calling in. Thanks for listening.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks for being a long time, first time. Have a good one. All right, I got to move on. I want to get the story in about the Hillsborough County teacher busted, and had a listener contact me. So HCSO, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, put out, I've got a Team HSO presser that they put out on, the 17th was Friday, right? Well, or Saturday.
Saturday is the 17th.
HCSO put this out on Saturday. Riverview High School teacher arrested for sexual relationship with student. From HCSO, On May 16th, that was Friday, detectives launched an investigation after receiving information about an inappropriate relationship between Brooke Anderson, 27, and a male student. The student disclosed that the relationship began in September of 2024, starting with sexually explicit text messages. In the weeks leading up to the arrest, the relationship escalated. The student reported multiple instances of sexual activity. The most recent incident occurred the morning of May 16th, meaning Friday morning. Man, this was fresh. Inside Anderson's classroom before the start of the day. What the hell was the teacher doing with the student at Riverview High School in the classroom before class even started?
She's doing it in the classroom and she gets arrested later that day? That's crazy.
All right, according to Sheriff Cronister, this teacher betrayed the trust of a student, a school, and the entire community. Absolutely. What should have been a safe, supportive environment for learning was exploited for abuse. Her actions are criminal, calculated, and deeply disturbing. Anderson is 27 years old, charged with unlawful sexual activity with a minor ×3. Anyone with information regarding the case or believes that they may have been a victim is urged to contact the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, 813-247-8200. It remains an active investigation. Additional updates released as warranted by the PIO at the HCSO. Now, I got... What?
You're running out of time.
I know. I got to hurry. Yes, I know.
You couldn't have give out a number?
Why?
It's going to take Andrew time to call.
Hold on.
You're going to miss the hour.
I'm not going to miss the hour. Calm down. I'm going to get it all in. I'm going to squeeze it in.
Everybody's calling.
Just like you're squeezing into Allison's rental car.
Once, and it flipped over.
So listen to this. I get a direct message from a listener, from a mom. I get a DM on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. My DMs are open, folks. Or you can always email me any content. If you have anything I got to know, anything you want to hit me up with, my private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. mj@mjmorningshow.com. Or DM me, Certified MJ Radio. So I'm gonna keep their names anonymous, or the mother that sent this. Listen what I got. I got this over the weekend. And she sends me the link to the story about the Riverview High School teacher getting arrested, right? And I get this DM. This is my daughter's teacher. My daughter told me a month ago that she doesn't teach because she's too busy flirting with the boys and was a pedo.
Oh, no.
Listen, I brushed it off. Wow, kids are definitely intuitive. What a sicko in the classroom. And then also, she sent the picture of the booking photo. Apparently, she wears a whole lot more makeup to school. My daughter says she looks weird. She looks unhappy. And then she says, "You're in big trouble, Missy."
You are in big trouble, Missy.
She's in big trouble. Yeah, Brooke Anderson, 27, not going to be teaching any more classes at Riverview High School. Wow, how about that?
She could teach in the jail, right?
All right, let's go. I got to give away the $1,000.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I tried to get the listener to call in, but I think they were a little nervous. I said, "Listen, I'll keep you anonymous." All right, let's go. I've got 2 minutes to get this in. All right, we need to get the 25th caller.
Yeah,
Hurry up. Let's
go.
go.
A low number.
Yeah, caller 25 right now, because I got to squeeze in the $1,000 before 8 o'clock.
Andrew, scream like you've never screamed before.
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
Faster. Give it out faster, MJ.
Caller 25 right now. If you know who won last hour, you're the next $1,000 winner. He's going to pay next hour, though. This is a low number. Caller 25, 800-990-1047. Hurry up, Andrew.
It's not his fault.
I've got a minute and a half to get this in before 8 o'clock. I got to give away the $1,000 before 8 o'clock.
We're all depending on you.
It's the ATMJ, folks, brought to you by the Kemp Law Group. ATMJ spitting out the cash. Caller 25 right now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. All right, I've got a minute and 20 seconds or so. All right, Andrew, he should have caller 25 very, very quickly. We should be there.
Unless he's slow rolling us.
No, he's not. He's not slow rolling. Nope.
Please don't take your revenge on us today, Andrew.
Nah, he's answering. He's going to say 24. Andrew's going to tee up 24, and then I pick up 25 live. And right now it is 7:59 and 20 seconds. Here we go. I'm almost there.
Oh, God.
Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. I got it. Good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
This is Angel.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio all the way down. What's your name?
Angel.
Angel, where are you calling from?
From Lakeland.
Angel in Lakeland, you're caller 25.
No kidding.
Angel, do you know who won the $1,000 last hour?
It was Lori.
That is correct! $1,000 and you got it right. Look at that. I got it in before 8 o'clock, folks. Got it all right in before 8 o'clock. By 2 seconds.
Yeah,
all right.
Okay, you got it.
All right. Angel in Lakeland. Dude, congratulations.
Thank you.
Angel, how long have you been listening to the MJ Morning Show?
Since you started in the early 90s.
Holy, that's what I want to hear. That is exactly what I want to hear.
Thank you, Angel.
Angel, and how long did it take for you to figure out that after our 7.5 hiatus that we were back on 104.7?
Well, I know you came back on October 5th because that's my daughter's birthday.
Oh, that's incredible. Oh. All right. October 5th, 2020 is when we relaunched here on Q105. Angel, congratulations, buddy. Thank you for your support for all these years. And we just gave you $1,000 with the ATMJ, thanks to the Kemp Law Group.
Thank you to the Kemp Law Group, yes.
All right, Angel, thank you. Hope you can use the $1,000.
I sure can. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Thanks. I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew's going to get all your information.
Thank you.
All right, you bet. Look at that. Angel. Lakeland, $1,000. That's the 8 o'clock. That's the 7 o'clock winner. So now it's 8:01. So now we're in the 8 o'clock hour. We have another $1,000 to give away. What if I just do it now?
At least you won't have to worry about it at the end of the hour.
No, yeah. I'm not going to push it. I will not push it all the way to the end of the hour. Michelle, why are you giving me a sourpuss look over there?
Because you're the worst tracker of time.
Oh, you think I have a time management problem?
Yeah. Right. And so I know you're saying I'm not going to push it all the way, but you'll get to talking and you get to doing your stories. And next thing we know, it's going to be 8:58 and Fester's going to be yelling at you again.
I am not. Well, right now we're in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ.
Right.
Folks, you don't hear commercials. You don't hear music. You hear nothing but MJ Morning Show content. And we're blowing out cash. I don't know what else you want, but I'm not pushing it all the way to the end. We're not going to the firewall this time, all right? So
yeah, it was a little stressful.
Now in the 8 o'clock hour, well, I'm not. Well,
it was a little stressful for us.
It's not stressful for me.
It's stressful for us.
Really?
If that mother
you're stressed out.
If that mother would have called in, you would have been way over.
I would have been over, and I would have made an exception.
So this mother who didn't want to come on the air actually did us a big favor.
Yeah.
Probably a bigger favor than actually coming on.
Hey, Michelle, what do you think of AC/DC?
Oh, my God. They were so awesome.
That's awesome, man.
I mean, they were just, you don't even realize how many songs you really know by them. Yeah. But let me tell you something. What's his name? Brian Johnson, the lead singer guy?
Yeah, Brian Johnson. Who lives in Sarasota, but he never mentioned that.
No.
If he is
come on.
Hold on. If Brian Johnson, the lead singer of AC/DC, lives in Sarasota, why wouldn't he make a reference that he lives in the Tampa Bay area? Essentially, he didn't even mention. I didn't even say, "Hey, Tampa Bay, it's kind of my hometown." He never mentioned any of that.
He was just Fester, smiling the whole time and just having a good time with the audience.
Man, he was good. He is 77 years old.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And then Angus. He's only 70.
Yeah.
Angus.
He's a whippersnapper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Angus running around in his little schoolboy outfit.
Yeah.
And man,
it was his sister that came up with that idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Serious? Oh, yeah. I mean, the AC/DC was loud.
Oh, they were awesome.
They sounded good. It was a really good concert. Hey, so listen to this. Listen to this. I posted a video of Michelle and me and the kids in our seats. So what song was coming on? I think Back in Black. Back in Black was coming on at the concert at Ray J on Friday night.
It was Friday night.
It was
Saturday night. Friday night, Saturday night.
No, it's Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. So Back in Black is coming on, and I rolled video. So if you want to see the video of all of us, the whole MJ family, if you want to see Chloe holding up an alcoholic beverage, oh, guess what? Booger. Jeff Capucci from our old days across the street sends me or comments on the video. Oh, my God. Chloe's old enough to drink.
Yeah.
He remembers when Chloe was born. Chloe's going to be 24 in August. And Capucci sends me a message fester. Oh, my God. Chloe is old enough to drink? Yup.
Yes, she is.
She's would she have a neutral?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, listen to this. I post the video of us at the concert. If you want to see the video, it's on Certified MJ Radio. Just look for Chloe holding up a big giant can of alcoholic beverage, making a crazy face in the stands. That's the video. The video is up now at Certified MJ Radio on my Instagram. That's Certified MJ Radio. So I post the video. Within like 5 minutes, I get a text message from Ron DeCastro, our vice president and market manager, who runs the whole Beasley operation here in Tampa Bay.
What do you want?
He sends me a text message. What the hell are you doing at an AC/DC concert? And you know what I texted him back?
Not fitting in.
No.
Oh, okay, all right.
I texted back. I'm on a highway to hell.
That's awesome.
And then he sends back a ha ha. I'm on a highway to hell. Yeah. So I thought that was a clever response. Michelle, you like the concert?
It was awesome. I can't thank Burger King enough for the tickets. He knows who he is.
Yeah. No, Burger King, the restaurant, didn't give me tickets.
About to say, it's a lot of Whoppers.
A friend of ours.
In the business.
No.
In a business.
He's in a business.
Stop talking like you know what you're talking about, because you don't. A friend of ours has nothing to do with the concert or the radio or entertainment business. He's in the freaking insurance business, okay?
Yeah, I bet he is.
A friend of ours who Michelle has nicknamed Burger King.
Yeah, what? Would Flo from Progressive give him the tickets?
He gave me the tickets.
What, Jake from State Farm say, hey, I got a couple of extra tickets. Who's the 4 biggest?
That's where I'm going, Ron DeCastro. I'm on a highway to hell. Oh, my God. And the number of people that paid $25 for the flashing red devil horns.
Oh, Chloe and I were so we were having such FOMO with that.
Tell you what, that's a really solid purchase. That is that's a value proposition right there. $25 for flashing plastic devil horns.
But they look so fun.
They do.
You know, the T-shirt started at $50. We're talking about a T-shirt that costs them $4.38 to make.
The merch table is not cheap.
No.
$4.50 maybe.
But they got to cart it from place to place, and they've got people back there hawking them.
They sold everything out.
$50 for a regular T-shirt. Hey,
okay, you know what? You know what my new rule is?
What?
When we go out somewhere, when you're like, hey, do you want to do this? I've got an agreement that I'm coming up with. One is going to be, you don't ruin it by mentioning the price of things, period. Because that's the first thing you do. How much was that drink? Oh, my God, $26 for an old-fashioned. What's wrong with you?
Because that's ridiculous.
I'm like,
the whole thing's ridiculous.
Hold on.
The whole proposition is ridiculous.
The concert shirt at $50 for a T-shirt is insane. And let's say you wanted the long-sleeve concert shirt. That was $80.
Okay, by the way, that's called a hoodie. It's not a long-sleeved concert.
Nerd.
You're already nerd.
I did not see the hoodie.
It is. It was a hoodie. Julian and I looked at it.
I didn't see the hoodie. It was?
Yes, it was the hoodie. That was $100.
Oh, listen to this. Julie sends me a direct message regarding AC/DC.
Yeah.
What's that?
And if you want to see the video of us, go check out my Instagram. And if you don't follow me, what's wrong with you? Give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. See the family at AC/DC. People seem to love the video. Julie sends me a message. Did anyone mention that they were seated next to a huge guy at the concert? Holy smokes, this dude should have bought 2 seats. Thank goodness the nice lady in row above invited us to join her, or we may have passed out from BO transfer. Unfortunately, the guy was scrolling on his phone during the show. He was scrolling porn on his phone. So the guy apparently was huge, needed 2 seats, and was scrolling porn.
All right, for the record, I did not go.
It wasn't Fester.
I'm just saying.
So nasty. I didn't see it. My husband did. I enjoyed the whole show. Well, you did because it was a fantastic concert.
Mm-hmm.
Really
cool.
enjoyed AC/DC. So, do you know when the last day for bags to fly free on Southwest is?
When today?
No, it's the 28th, near the end of the month. Yeah, people are really busted up about this. Southwest, big changes. I've got a couple of friends that fly for Southwest. I know 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 people that I know pretty well that are Southwest captains. And I've asked them, hey, what's going to happen? I said, a lot of big changes. Southwest, they're doing away with the open seating. They're going to start assigning seats. Then, of course, bags will not fly free on Southwest. I mean, huge, huge changes. The last day to get free checked bags on Southwest is the 27th. Because, if you buy tickets now, from now until the 27th, I guess you're good. But checked bags for most fares will be at a fee beginning on May 28th.
Now, how much is the fee? Because here's why. In one fell swoop.
Have they announced that yet, Michelle? See if they've announced the fee. Because typically airlines are now like $30 a bag, I think, minimum.
$30-$40.
It's like $30 to $40 a bag for bag 1. And then if you start checking bag 2 and then they hammer you. Like on bag 3, it's like ridiculous. You think you get a quantity discount. No, it's like the opposite. It's like freaking opposite day.
In one fell swoop, Southwest has gone
Hold
from...
on, it's not a fail swoop.
Well, this is a fail swoop.
It's a fell swoop.
No, this is a fail swoop.
Okay.
Because Southwest has gone from an airline that I'll always look at to one that I will now dismiss.
But remember,
like I do Frontier.
Well, remember, Southwest, years ago, Southwest had much better fares than Delta, American, United, Continental when they were around. So Southwest used to be a discount carrier. And then I woke up one day, and then Southwest fares were sometimes more expensive than Delta and American, and United.
You rationalize it with, well, the bags are flying free. Oh, if I get there early, I'm not going to get a crappy seat. There was rationales to make Southwest worth the money and the effort. But now there's none. Nothing makes them stand out now. They don't have.
Yeah.
Do they have in-seat entertainment?
They do not.
Yeah. So it's you're on a cheap flight when you're on a Southwest flight.
Well, not in seat, but they do. You can use your device.
You can use your device.
You can use your device to hook up to their Wi-Fi to get the in-flight entertainment.
Ooh, thanks for letting me. I'll bring my own cup for water. Big deal. I mean, Southwest.
Bring your own bag to pee in.
I've done that before. I'm sure you have. They don't approve of that.
All right. So Southwest starts charging for bags on May 28th. All my pilot buddies that fly for Southwest, I said, hey, big changes coming. And all of them said, yeah, let's see what happens. What's going to happen? What is the real reaction going to be to Southwest taking away the open seating and then charging for bags?
I don't think there's going to be any difference. People who want to fly where they're going, they're still going to fly. They've already increased their prices, and every flight's full. So how is this going to change anything?
Yeah, but if you ask these people, why do you love Southwest? And they'll probably say, oh, you get to pick your own seat. Oh, your bags fly free. Now there's no reason to love them. Now they're just another cog.
Hey, speaking of flying, did you see what happened at the Jacksonville airport?
What happened?
A car caught on fire in the short-term parking garage. They have not said, at least I haven't seen yet, they haven't determined which car started the fire.
How many cars did it take out?
Let me 50-plus cars, but there's more. But I'm thinking that Tesla hopes to be singing, "We didn't start the fire at the Jacksonville airport."
Okay.
Did a Tesla start?
No, we don't know yet.
We don't know?
We don't know yet, but Tesla's already saying they're hoping that we didn't start the fire.
Michelle, I mean, that's not every day you can use that joke.
That's terrible.
That's pretty funny.
That's a funny joke. That's good stuff right there. All right. So Jacksonville Airport on Friday, the airport was closed for like 5 hours.
The whole airport?
Yeah. First of all, you see the black smoke, you're thinking a plane crashed. No, a car caught on fire in the short-term parking garage. Listen to this. First of all, you've got hundreds and hundreds of cars. People can't get their cars out. You have 50-plus cars that were burnt to the ground. You have a partial collapse from the fire burning so hot of the parking structure. They are screwed. I'm wondering if the whole parking structure has to come down, or if they can repair it. So right now, 2,000 spots are unusable.
Oh, no.
Talk about a massive problem at the Jacksonville airport. 2,000 spots are unusable because of the fire. And I'm sitting on the edge of my flippin' seat waiting to see where the fire started. They should be able to determine. I mean, those arson experts, they can get in there and they should be able to determine which vehicle started the fire. And Tesla, you know what they're saying? We didn't start the fire. Well,
we hope we didn't start the fire.
We don't know yet.
Please don't let it be us.
I'm going to mash that joke into the ground. But, wow, what an insane situation.
All right, was it set deliberately? Is this a low-key act of, domestic terrorism or something?
I doubt it.
I don't know.
No.
I'm just asking.
Listen, I'm sure.
I mean, it's not out of bounds.
A car caught on fire. Let's not pass any judgment. We do not know if it was an EV, a Tesla, or another EV. We have no idea yet.
Oh, they already have video of the fire starting, but they will not confirm what type of vehicle ignited the fire.
Oh, so they know. Yeah, because they've got cameras in these. Oh, so they know.
They know. They're just not. They want to get in there.
Come on.
And open the hood or whatever is left of it and confirm, visual investigation.
Was it an EV or was it not an EV? If it was an EV, what EV was it? Because you know what Tesla wants to sing? We didn't start the fire. All right. Yes. Anything else, Michelle?
No.
So, MJ, you're at the airport. You're in short-term parking.
Okay.
3 rows over, you see a car catching fire.
Yeah.
Do you run or do you do an Instagram post?
Oh, I roll. I go Instagram.
Okay, that's right.
Oh, I'm rolling video.
So figure somebody...
That's good for 1 million views at least.
Especially in short-term parking, somebody...
My highest Instagram is at 3.6 million views, and that was airport related. That was the kid running away from the Spirit Airlines handlers. It was an unattended minor flying from Fort Lauderdale to Tampa. I'm waiting at Tampa International for a flight, the turnaround from Tampa back to Fort Lauderdale. And this kid was supposed to be picked up in Tampa, flying from Fort Lauderdale. And the adult picking him up here on the Tampa side was not available, was not around. They didn't show up yet. So the kid is being watched by the flight attendants and the gate agents. And the kid keeps sprinting, bolting. And they have to run down the terminal to catch this little 6 or 7-year-old kid. So I shot the video. That thing's got 3.6 million views. And I'm not monetized on Instagram. That would have brought me, I think, $12.90.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, that would have been a game changer for me. All right, so what were you saying? Oh, no. yes, Fessor, yeah, I would have rolled video.
But you got to figure.
But I don't have a fire extinguisher.
But there's a lot of...
I would have called 911 first. I would have called 911 first, and then I would have rolled video.
Then while you had the whole burning car to yourself, you was like, MJ from the MJ Morning Show.
Station 51, KMG 365.
Oh, yeah. We've got a fire. Calling 911. Oh, this is multiple alarms. Let me send them all out. I got to send Station 51, Station 116, Station 80, car fire, Jacksonville Airport, short-term parking.
Okay, all right, it's enough. When you think of the safety risk of for the firefighters, you're right. The thing might have. You said it had a partial collapse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently because the fire was so hot, part of the structure has collapsed. Yeah.
I mean,
they've got structural problems.
That's a huge risk to the first responders.
Yes. But people's cars are inside. They can't get their cars out. You got 50-plus cars burned, and they know what did it because they've got it on video. Come on, Jay. That should be public information. That's public record. Release which freaking car started the fire.
I mean, they're going to do their investigation, then release it. But, yeah, it's going to come out soon enough. But I'm surprised a passerby, somebody catching a flight from Jacksonville to, Little Rock, wasn't walking by and saw it and recorded it and released that video.
Right.
There's no spectator video before the 5 minutes it took
Right.
emergency services to roll up on the scene.
Because how often have we walked through the parking lot of the garage or the parking garage of the airport, and there's always somebody around. There's always people coming and
Cars
going.
coming, especially short term.
Yeah.
Cars coming and going, whipping through. People looking to snipe a spot.
Yep.
Speaking of accidents, I just want to touch on this briefly. The tall masted Mexican Navy tall ship that smashed into the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah. I didn't know what that was. I just saw the video.
Yeah.
And I
It
saw
looked like a schooner or something. It looked like one of those tall ships with massive masts.
Is that a current active Mexican Navy ship? Because if so, they may want to update some things.
Well, I think it's like a ceremonial ship.
Oh,
And
okay, all right.
I guess it was sailing from Mexico to New York, and I guess it's been making stops along the way. It ends up in New York, and the Mexican tall ship smashed into the Brooklyn Bridge. 2 people died on the ship, 17 others hurt. The masts hit the Brooklyn Bridge, snap off like pretzel sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, insane. And 9,000 people caught it on video. I've seen like 24 different video angles on this thing. And my question is, they said that the tall ship lost power. And there was also a tug. On the left side of the ship, there was a tug as well.
So they were being pulled through the
no,
bridge?
No, not pulled. But so they lost power. It didn't look to me like that ship was going to clear the bridge at all. Was that intending to even go under the bridge or no? I don't know if it was intending to go under the bridge.
Right.
Where else could it have gone?
Well,
the bridge covers the whole span.
No, I realize that, but you turn around and go the other way. So I'm looking at these masts, and I don't know even it rolled to the near the Brooklyn side of the Brooklyn Bridge, right by like Old Fulton Street over there. That's where that used to be the old Brooklyn ice cream factory. That's where Michelle beat the crap out of a lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember
Next.
that?
I remember that story.
This is
No,
the
we're not
best.
telling the story. Goodbye.
Oh,
You
yes,
never told that story on the radio.
Yes, you have.
No, you told it during the podcast.
Oh, we did?
No, we did.
You told it on the radio?
Yes.
This is the best. My wife is badass. Michelle, don't F with, guess what? F around and find out. That's Michelle.
With my kids.
Yeah.
They found out all right.
So the ship, the huge masts ram into the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't think the ship was going to clear the bridge anywhere because the span is pretty much the same level. I think that the ship was not supposed to go all the way under the bridge. It was supposed to turn around. And I'm thinking it lost power. That's what happened. But, man, terrible situation. And for those that never heard the Michelle story, we had some pizza at Giuliana's. Giuliana's is fantastic. If you're in New York, take a walk. If you're in Manhattan, take a walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. It's an awesome walk. And then go to Old Fulton and go to Giuliana's Pizza. That's Patsy Grimaldi, who just passed away. We knew Patsy. I even posted a picture of Patsy and me, Patsy Grimaldi. He founded Grimaldi's Pizza, but then sold it to a company back in like the 90s. And then he reopened as Giuliana's. He partnered with a friend of mine named Matt, and they reopened as Giuliana's, and Giuliana was Patsy Grimaldi's mother's name. And it's great coal-fired pizza. He had the original location of Grimaldi's is now Giuliana's. Grimaldi's is now the old bank on the corner. So Giuliana's Pizza is phenomenal, right?
Okay.
So we have pizza in New York, and then afterward we wanted ice cream. So it's not there anymore, but there's a white house right near the Brooklyn Bridge, and there was a ice cream shop in there. So we go in to get ice cream afterward. We're in line. We all select our scoops of ice cream. I'm paying, and there are only a few tables inside. So Michelle says to Julian, why don't you go ahead? Oh, there's an open table. Go grab the table, sit down. So Julian is sitting at the table, holding the table for Michelle and me and Chloe. And a lady comes by and snags one of the chairs. There were 4 chairs at the table inside the Brooklyn Ice Cream Company. And this lady snags a chair. And
she tried to snag the chair.
Well, go ahead. Tell the story.
She tried to snag the chair right out from under Julian.
Tell the story you don't want to tell. Go ahead.
And I grabbed it back. And she was like, I want the chair. And I go, well, too bad. It's, my son's sitting here. And she was like, well, we were in line ahead of you. And I said, I don't care. I think I said something a little more, I don't give a what.
Yeah, tough crap.
And so I just yanked the chair out from under her, from her arm, and I put it back under Julian to sit down. And then, you were standing at the line, still paying or whatever, and she and her 2 friends were standing at the table next to us.
They got their ice cream.
They'd already gotten their ice cream because they were in line ahead of us. So they had already paid and were eating.
So she was all butthurt that you grabbed the chair out of her hand that she tried to snag from Julian.
Right. And so Julian was sitting there. Chloe was sitting there. Maybe was walking back with ice cream. And then
it was 3 of them. It was a guy
Right.
and 2 girls.
Yeah.
And they were all like emo types,
Yeah.
All right.
And so the next thing I know, she looks at me and I see her coming.
She's walking by Michelle, getting ready to leave.
And she just yells out, "Go back to Texas, bitch!"
And smashes the ice cream cone into Michelle's chest.
Yeah, like a javelin.
No.
Yeah. Michelle grabs her by the hair and starts ramming her head into the door frame of the ice cream shop.
That's right. You have to. I mean, she assaulted you.
Michelle,
You know what? I just had about enough of that attitude from some young punk who thinks, what does she think? I'm some mom who's just going to go, no. Bitch, come and get me.
Michelle grabs her by the head and starts ramming her head into the door.
And you're oblivious.
Well, because my back is turned, I'm paying.
MJ's like, can I get a sample of the mint chocolate?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you use whole chunk chocolates or do you use little flecks of chocolate?
You got to use flex.
You gotta use
I
flex.
I want flex in my
Can I see
mint.
the manager, please?
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions about the butterfat crimson.
Yeah.
You know what? I got to... so I make my own mint chocolate fleck. I ought to get with Alfred down at the small...
Yeah.
I ought to get with Alfred at the Small Batch Creamery, and maybe we come up with MJ's chocolate speckle.
Yeah,
MJ's mint chocolate speckle.
Yeah, let's get
or
right
freckle
on
or something like
That's
that.
what we want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I got to. So Michelle is a badass. And Michelle, then you start punching. So you're holding her head. So first you're ramming her head into the door frame.
Yeah.
Then you've got her by the hair.
Because she tried to run
Right.
out.
And then you grab her by the hair, and then you're punching her in the face.
Yeah.
And then some other guy, a customer, starts pulling you apart like a boxing referee.
Yeah, the good Samaritan in all of this.
And guess
the
what?
Hero.
He pulled me off of her, and those 3 fled.
And her face is bloodied, so they fled.
Yeah.
So they did not want the cops.
Nope.
They did not want to call the... Listen, Michelle was... do you think you would have been arrested?
Probably.
It's New York, though. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
They're weird on stuff.
But see, that's the thing. They think like, oh, look at this sissy mom.
You were battered first. You were.
Oh, yeah.
You were attacked. She smashed the ice cream into your chest, and then you responded. I don't think you would have been arrested, but they fled.
Yeah.
They must have had stuff on them, or they must have been wanted, or maybe had some records. They did not want to deal with the cops because they scrambled out of there.
That's the tell.
I mean, short of getting an ass kicking, though, go back to Texas is a pretty cutting insult.
Right?
So
go back to Texas.
Let me tell you right now, this place was right where the Mexican Navy ship smashed into the bridge. I mean, literally, it's that White House-looking building right on the water, right at the Brooklyn Bridge. That was the old ice cream store, or the Brooklyn Ice Cream Company, and that's where Michelle gave this girl a whoop-ass beating.
Look, I see a bunch of Mexican sailors screaming their orders in.
Oh, the ice cream place is not there anymore.
Chocolate!
No, it's not. it's not. Look, there's the building. There's the building right there. You can see in all the videos. You can see the house where Michelle beat the lady's ass.
I mean, dude,
But that's just terrible. Look at it, Fester.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
I mean, the Mexican Navy. We're not that afraid of you.
All right, 8:28 at the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, what's Trump doing letting a Mexican Navy ship into New York Harbor anyway? About to say. About to get political.
Really?
I'm just
Come on,
saying.
Fester, come on.
I'm just saying.
We don't do the politics
I'm
on the
just
show.
saying.
I had enough. of the political world.
I'm just saying.
If I was still doing my other show, man, I would be insane. Hey,
not to talk about politics, but President Biden, man.
Yeah, that's in my
Dude,
in my bio. So it was announced, all politics aside.
Yeah, seriously.
It was announced yesterday that Biden has an aggressive form of prostate cancer. How is this not discovered? I mean, he's only been out of the White House for what?
A couple months.
5 months. Yeah. How did they not know? How does he suddenly have have they announced what stage he's in?
I just saw aggressive, which could mean anything. Maybe stage 1 could be aggressive.
Yeah, well,
but I guess it's susceptible to hormone treatment? So
Yeah.
there's a path for his recovery?
Yes. So, but they said it also spread, though.
Mm-hmm.
Did they say it spread to his bones?
Yes.
So,
that's what you call metastasizing, I would imagine. And,
sounds like President Biden has a long road in front of him.
wherever you are on politics, you don't want Biden to have a miserable death from prostate cancer. And listen, prostate cancer caught early
Right.
is very, very treatable. So how is it not caught early? Or maybe it is early, but it's still aggressive?
Yeah, it can
Hope
be
it's not as aggressive as my wife at a Brooklyn ice cream store.
I hope the doctors treat it the same way Michelle treated that New Yorker's head. Just slamming out of the old president.
All right, it's 8:30 at the MJ Morning Show. What do you say we give away the next $1,000 right now?
No,
I told you.
Let's wait till the last minute. Like we
No,
did
I'm
last
not.
time.
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. 8:30. Let's give away the next $1,000 right now. It's the ATMJ. We gave away $20,000 last week, all part of the ATMJ, sponsored by the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. So 20 winners at $1,000 a pop last week, every hour, every day. Now we're doing a whole new week, a whole solid week starting today, every hour, every day this week on the MJ Morning Show. Another $1,000 can be yours. We've already given away $2,000 this morning. If you're caller number 105, so I did an easy one last hour. Now we're going up. Caller 105 right now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you're caller 105, you will win $1,000 right now if you're the right caller and you know the name of last hour's winner. And the last hour's winner was just half an hour ago. This is very fresh. This should be in your mind. This is Dougie fresh, man. All right, so caller 105, 800-990-1047. Good luck. Andrew will screen it up to 104, and I will take 105 live. Live with 105 on the MJ Morning Show. How about that? What else do we have to do? I mean, I got so much stuff to get in today. This is one of these days, man. The weekends are insane. I've got a lot of things I want to take calls on. But, the phones are going to be jammed here, so I can't. So I might have to put a few things off until tomorrow. What else do we... Oh, are those squatting trucks, are they illegal in Florida?
Like lowriders?
No, the ones where the pickup trucks, you've seen the trend. I don't know if I see them as... I think I saw more of them. Yeah, the front end is up in the air, and the back end is riding low. They're called squatters. And these squatting pickup trucks, see if the squatting pickup trucks are legal or illegal in Florida. Because more and more states are banning the squatting pickup trucks. The latest state is Arkansas. See if you can find a list of states where squatting pickup trucks. And again, this is where the front end is up in the air and the back end rides low. The problem is it's visibility. And, you're going to run over like, second graders crossing the street because you can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, you can't see where your tires are hitting.
You can't see jack.
According to the AI overview in Florida, generally it is legal, but they must meet local or state ordinances for height.
All right.
24 to 54 inches from the ground.
All right.
If they're higher than that, then
So maybe the squatters, I just don't seem to see as many of those in Florida or here in the Tampa Bay area since I have. But the squatting pickup trucks.
The Carolina squat, that's
Right.
what it's called.
Oh, there you go.
Or the Tennessee tilt.
Really?
Yeah, or the California lean.
Oh, great.
That's what they're called.
How about the Florida F stick?
Okay.
What are they called?
That's a little different.
Do we have that? Oh, did you see the former buck that was caught up in the Polk County prostitution bust?
That's crazy.
Would we know this guy, or is he just like some
Adarius Taylor.
Adarius?
How Adarius?
How dare you?
How dare you, exactly. But wait a minute, it gets worse. So not only let me see if Sheriff Judd is available.
Yeah, because he sits on hot standby just waiting for you to give him.
Well, a lot of times he is. Hang on a minute. Hang on, let me say, look up Adarius. When did he play?
Adarius Taylor.
Let me send a text message to Grady Judd, see if he can talk to us. That's Monday morning. He might be in meetings already. Let me send a text message. Hang on a second. Hi, Sheriff. It's MJ. Can you do a quick phoner on the ex-Buck arrest with the prostitution sting? ?
So Adarius played for the Bucks, Carolina, and Cleveland.
Yeah. Voice to text put Xbox. as in Xbox. Hang on. X-Buck. All right, here we go. I just sent Grady Jug a text. But listen, it gets worse. Not only was he swept up in this prostitution bust, which apparently, how many folks were caught up in this thing? It was like
more than 250 people were arrested.
There were dozens and dozens and dozens. This was like a big deal. But listen to what gets worse here. So this Adarius Taylor, who played for the Bucks at one point, he must live in Polk County.
Or he traveled there.
He went to hook up with what he thought was a prostitute and left his 6-year-old son in the car. Is that awful? Left his 6-year-old kid in the car. So you said 250?
According to the Orlando Sentinel, it said over 250 people were arrested. Another here, Orlando Sentinel says 255.
Wow. And, it's all under the human trafficking because, some of the prostitutes are forced, so it becomes human trafficking. That's unbelievable to leave your 6-year-old kid in the car. And did I see the kid was he somewhat challenged, or did I make that up? I thought the kid might have had
some special needs or
some
something?
special needs, yeah. All right, Andrew just picked up caller number 104. The next call I pick up is number 105 for $1,000, and it's going to be line 2. Good morning. This is the MJ Morning Show Live. Who is this?
This is Jennifer from Lakeland.
Jennifer in Lakeland. Jennifer, why are you calling the MJ Morning Show?
Trying really hard to win that $1,000.
Oh, man. Would that $1,000 be good for you right about now?
Oh, yes, sir.
Jennifer, you're caller number 105.
Yes.
You are the correct caller. Jennifer, can you tell me who was the winner, actually from Lakeland also? Who was the Lakeland winner last hour?
Angel.
You win. $1,000.
Oh, thank you.
Are you at work right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I did you walk into a quiet place to make the call?
No, I'm sitting at my desk.
Oh, okay. All right.
What kind of work do you do?
Yeah, what do you do, Jennifer?
I work for the state of Florida.
Oh, awesome. All right. Jennifer, congratulations. You just won $1,000 from the MJ Morning Show. It's the ATMJ. And, of course, thanks to the Kemp Law Group, accident or fall, you call Kemp Law.
Yes, thank you, Kemp Law.
All right, Jennifer, congratulations. I'm going to put you on hold, and Andrew will get all your information so you can get your $1,000 check. All right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening, Jennifer. All right, hold the phone. Andrew, line 2. That's the 8 o'clock winner here at 8:38. The 9 o'clock winner is coming within an hour because the 9 o'clock hour starts in about 22 minutes. So stand by for that. Hey, is Chloe, can I call Chloe quickly?
No, she's at work.
Nah, give her a call.
No, you can talk to her tomorrow before.
Well, no, here's the deal. Speaking of police, let me see if Grady Judd texts me back. No, not yet. Monday morning, he's probably off in a bunch of meetings. But he will. He'll probably text me back in a bit. So
Did you see what he called the operation? You didn't even mention that.
No, it was F around and find out.
Yeah.
Well, it was fool around and find out.
It was, the operation was fool around and find out. Yeah. Pretty good, huh?
Uh-huh.
I like that. So Chloe was out with friends on Saturday night. And she texted me that she was at a bar, and I think TPD had just rolled in.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that was part of Operation Buzzkill.
It was.
So
she said that.
They did it multi-night. Hang on, let me call me. Listen, this is very important and educational. Hang on, let me call Chloe. Here we go.
What is Operation Buzzkill?
Well, what do you think, Fester?
Is it like a DUI prevention thing?
Not exactly.
No.
Oh, is it
Come on.
underage drinking?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're rolling into bars,
Dude, I saw them like clear out McDinton's a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're doing fake ID checks. Yeah. So Chloe was at a bar. Yeah.
Did she say she was a sovereign citizen and not show her ID?
Chloe, she's
Hey, Chloe, I know you're at work, but this is important, and this is good public service announcement. So I've got the story about the Tampa cops, Tampa PD, arresting more than 50 in Soho and Ybor. This was Friday night with Operation Buzzkill, but I guess. But then you.
No, I was there. I was there Saturday.
But wait a minute. So Operation Buzzkill continued at a bar that you were at, right?
Were you tracking me?
No,
you said.
Chloe, were you that liquored up? You texted me that Tampa PD just rolled in. You texted me at 1 a.m.
Oh, I can't remember.
Whoa, yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear.
What bar?
Okay,
What
yeah.
bar were you at, Chloe?
I went to McDinton's.
see.
Okay, yeah, I thought I saw like video footage from like 2 weeks ago where they were just going through names at McDinton's, and that's where I first heard of Operation Buzzkill.
Yeah,
That must be the lax, ID check spot.
Here is a Fox 13 story from the 16th at 10:58 p.m. So the 16th was Friday. As the vibrant nightlife continues to draw crowds in Soho and Ybor, Tampa Police Department is intensifying efforts to curb underage drinking and the use of fake IDs. This initiative of Operation Buzzkill has already led to more than 50 arrests. At popular venues like Fat Tuesdays in Ybor, patrons have met with stringent ID checks. After 8 p.m., the bar enforces a strict 21 and over policy, utilizing advanced ID scanning devices to verify the authenticity of identification cards. These devices not only detect fake IDs, but also alert staff if an ID has been scanned multiple times, effectively preventing the passbacks.
Oh, it's like two cute blonde girls, and they, here's mine,
Yeah.
and you pass it back.
Yeah, I guess so. So
we're two very ugly people.
So this is an ongoing operation. So Friday night it was happening, and then Chloe, you were at McDinton's on Saturday night, and they rolled in with Operation Buzzkill, correct? Or you said you don't remember?
Yeah, I don't remember.
You know who owns that McDinton's?
Who?
Dinton's.
The Jeff Nighthole.
Oh, that's right. The Jeff. Does he own it, or is he a partner?
Says he owns it. That's what the
That's right.
report says.
Yeah, Jeff Knight, the guy driving the boat that rammed into the Clearwater Ferry.
Yep.
I think we need to check his ID too.
Yeah,
really. Does he have a valid driver's license right now? I don't know.
And a boating license.
Or a boating license, yeah.
Hey, I don't. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Or a shopping cart license.
Yeah, maybe we should get who's the boater to the star? Who's the boating attorney to the bad boaters? What's his name?
Kevin something.
Kevin
Hazlett.
Oh, Kevin Hazlett.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's get Kevin Hazlett on the phone.
Yeah.
So, Chloe, well, you're 23 going on 24. You got nothing to worry about.
Thank God.
Hold on. Did the officers ask for your ID?
No, they did not. I guess I look older, unfortunately.
All right, this old hag is clear. On to the next one.
Yeah.
She's an old biddy. She's 23. Yeah. Oh, it's also listen. You can always drop that you're an assistant at the state attorney's office.
No,
you never drop that.
No, we don't do that.
Dude. Hello, police chief.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, Chloe.
I was hoping you'd let us go.
Get back to work. Goodbye.
Yeah, dude. This is not the day and age to drop who you are or where you're from.
I know.
Oh, sorry, officer. I was hoping you'd just let us go.
The crackdown is on. Listen to this guy. Holy
advice.
Listen to this.
What's up?
A guy on Tinder might hold the record. He has swiped right 2 million times in 5 years. So I've never been on Tinder. I miss the whole dating app thing because, I married Michelle in 1994. And I've never had a dating app on my phone. I've never been on the market to date.
And that's a damn shame because I would have loved to have seen your profile picture on these dating apps.
This guy has swiped right. So swiping right is interested, swiping left is not. Is that?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me?
I don't know because I've never had Tinder or been on Tinder. But this is insane. 2 million times he swiped right in 5 years, but this is what is also insane. He's only gotten one date.
Oh.
2 million swipes to the right, and he only has had one date in 2 million swipes in 5 years?
So that implies that the swipe right is an acceptance, like an I like you.
Yeah. So the swipe right is to like or accept somebody.
Yeah.
And the swipe left means just to reject them on Tinder.
So after he 2 million times said, yeah, I'll date you, only one date occurred.
One. Wait, did he get only one like or only go on one date?
Yeah.
Like one match? Because don't you get like a match? Yeah.
A Tinder user swiped right 2 million times, 2 million women, 5 years, and only got one date. People have questions.
Yeah, of course. He's too busy swiping right to go on these dates.
That is nuts. This is an X post. This dude swiped right 2 million times and got one date. He's not just some unlucky guy. He's the norm. Like, imagine the money he spent over 5 years, probably a small fortune. This is obvious. What's actually obvious is that his behavior unlocked an entirely new revenue stream for apps. Let me explain. It starts with women be shopping. When women get bombarded with likes, flattery, attention, it triggers this shopping mentality. Men become products and women become discerning consumers. The user claimed women's standards shoot through the roof. Apps capitalize on this by introducing premium filters like height, etc., to help women weed out most dudes. They concluded that this is how dating apps monetize both sides of the scale, or monetize both sides at scale. Men desperately trying to be seen and women paying not to see them. Wow. This guy, I mean, do the math. So if it's 5 years, 365 days in a year.
1825.
So
he's swiping what? Nearly 2,000 swipes a day?
It's if it was 1,800 divided into 2 million is 1,111.
It's a 1,000 swipes per day for 5 years.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty committed every day.
I've got to find something else because there's something I have in my pile. I had this in the pile on Friday. I didn't get around to it. About let me try to find this. About in profiles, the most obnoxious thing is something about height in profiles. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad Michelle doesn't care about height. Or else I'd be in big freaking trouble.
Yeah, Michelle's down with the short kings.
Yeah. And hang on, let me find this. Oh, this is also good about bald men and what they're bringing back. Baby names, mission. Hang on, I gotta find this thing. I'm telling you, I had this in the pile. Where the heck? I hope I have it. It was something about height and the dating apps. Hold on, come on. Dating app. It was something about height. Can you guys fill the gaps?
Okay, you know what? Did you look at this?
What?
Did you look at the picture of this guy?
Yeah, what is he?
No, I didn't see what he looked like.
I mean, he's lucky he got the one date.
And look at his shirt. I don't even know what that means, but I think it means something nasty.
Yeah, he's all right.
Oh, his name?
No, his shirt. His some.
Well, don't say it.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
What are you looking for?
There must be like a place.
I'm looking for the
something.
height thing about with dating apps. There was a whole thing about height. How? Man.
We have no idea what you're doing.
No, I told you what I'm trying to find. I have a story about dating apps and height, and I'm trying to find the story. It was really interesting.
Does
And
dating height really matter when you're dating?
It's pertinent.
Is it from Vice?
Yeah, hold on. What is it? Does height really matter? 5 days ago.
Single gals are using ChatGPT to expose men for lying about their height.
Yeah, that's it.
On dating apps.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I think
that's from a couple months ago.
No, that's not it then, because
Okay.
my story's only a couple of days ago. And I'm trying to remember what it was. It was interesting about guys and height on dating apps. Anyway,
You know what?
I can't find it.
If you wanted to go on a dating app, I found one for you.
What?
It's called Date Up. You know what it's for?
Short guys looking for taller women?
No, it's Tall Dating Made Easy.
Oh.
Offers a safe place for tall people to find height-compatible matches with other tall people.
Then why would he go to that one?
or with shorter people that want to date up.
Oh. I have no issues with that.
Well, I wasn't looking to date up with you, and you're taller than me, but it just happened that way. You know?
Did it?
I dated a girl once who played for like a University of North Carolina basketball team.
What?
And she was home for the summer.
Hold on. So she's tall and thin. You're like the number 10.
She wasn't like thin. She was like a center. She was like,
okay.
She was pretty beefy.
She was pretty thick. All right.
She'd box people out, but she was
All
like
right.
6'4".
So that's taller than you.
And I had to get on my tippy toes.
Hold on. You're 6 feet, right?
I'm 6 foot 1/2 inch.
Okay, all right. So you're 6 feet. She was 6'4"?
She was 6'4".
But she was a beefy 6'4".
She was a foxy boxy.
What happened to her? Allison boxed her out.
She double dribbled.
Oh!
We probably went out 3 or 4 times.
And Allison said, "Get out of my way."
She's like, Allison was still a freshman in high school when all this was going on.
Oh!
But yeah, we went out a couple times, and then she's like, "You're a dork," and I'm like, "Yeah, all right, thanks."
Oh,
all right, I'm a dork.
Another reason why I won't go in a hot air balloon. I'm a pretty adventurous guy. I'm a scuba diver all over the world.
Yeah, nothing happens to scuba divers.
I'm pretty adventurous, but I will not skydive. I'll scuba dive, but I won't skydive, and I will not go on a hot air balloon. And guess what? Over in Pasco, we had a hot air balloon made an unexpected landing at an elementary school. And what was it? It was the Remax. It was the Remax Real Estate hot air balloon made an emergency landing.
I've seen that balloon all over town. I don't know if there's more than one, but I've seen it, parked on the side of I-4 a couple of times.
But guess what? This thing could have hit a power line, and they would be looking for a replacement because it would have burned up. Remax replacement. So luckily, this thing made an emergency landing on a soccer field or at Veterans Elementary School. Is where it landed.
Were the kids out there playing? How exciting
last
is that?
Thursday morning.
How cool is that?
Yeah, the balloon looks intact, though. It doesn't look like it's all deflated. Or, hey, there was another video that popped up like in the last couple of days, and I can't. Where was it? It was like South America or something. Hot air balloon, and it caught on fire. And I guess the balloon operator was able to get people out of the basket, but then the thing took off, and he's dangling and holding by a rope hundreds of feet in the air, and he finally fell off.
Ooh.
And it did not end well for this guy, which is very unfortunate. Hey, if you have high blood pressure, apparently dark chocolate and tea daily may lower your high blood pressure as well as any kind of medication.
As well as medication? So you're on the...
Listen, folks, do not get medical advice from the MJ Morning Show. If you're on some kind of high blood pressure medication, don't just start drinking tea and eating chocolate, dark chocolate. But apparently, new research, dark chocolate, tea, apples, and grapes can significantly lower blood pressure, especially in people with hypertension, with effects comparable to standard medications. These flavin-3 OL-rich foods also improve blood vessel function, offering, listen, I like dark chocolate. I like tea. I eat a lot of apples. When I see some amazing Pink Lady crispy apples, and
you're like a horse with apples.
Oh, I love apples, man.
You can eat apples.
I had 3 apples yesterday. And I tell you what, every once in a while, Walmart produce department, they get the loose apples. And I like Pink Lady. For me, the best variety is Pink Lady. And if you see them at Walmart, I always ask the Walmart employee, hey, can you go to the back and see if you have a box of these so I can pick them out fresh? And I bought like 9 pounds of Pink Ladies about a week ago, and they were good.
Yeah. Oh, you look at MJ.
Yep.
Just eating apples whole, stem pits and all.
All right, 8:53 at the MJ Morning Show. We have to conclude an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. But listen to the deal here. We start the 9 o'clock hour next, and we be loaded. Oh, Katy Perry, man, she can't.
Oh, can't get your break.
More Katy Perry.
I feel so bad
she
for her.
can. I do.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Oh, will you shut up with your fake?
Let me feel bad.
Stop
for
it.
Multi-millionaires singing songs on stage in skimpy outfits.
Anyway, we start the next hour. 9 o'clock hour starts next. This brings to a close an hour and 20 minutes
What a
of
tragedy.
nonstop MJ. Oh, something new at Costco. We'll get into that coming up. We got a lot of stuff. DoorDash scam. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. Loaded up good in a minute. Also, you know what? I want to take a call on something. I want to take a couple of calls. So we do have some clear runway because we're not doing the contest until later in the 9 o'clock hour for the next $1,000. And it's on the way. All next, MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Westfall Roofing is waiting for your call. If you have a roofing problem, if you've detected a leak, maybe there's some residual damage and leaks will manifest themselves because of the hurricane damage from last year, or maybe it's just time for a new roof. You call Westfall. Anything roofing related, Westfall is here to help you out. Westfallroofing.com. Over, 35 years of experience? I mean, they've been around since 1989. They've done a lot of roofs. Westfall Roofing it's just elevated. It's just a top-notch outfit. How do you know? Because they're my roofing company. So if I'm using Westfall to touch my roof, that's really what you need to know. They've got an amazing organization. In fact, the Tampa Bay Business Journal recently named Westfall one of the best places to work in Tampa Bay. That's a culture thing. That's what kind of culture you want working on your house, on your roof. Call Westfall, any roofing issue, westfallroofing.com. That's westfallroofing.com, and tell them MJ sent you. When it comes to your move, don't screw it up. Don't leave your move to a bunch of incompetents. Yeah, you want twocollegebrothers.com. You know, I always say you have the others, then you've got Two College Brothers. Yeah, don't make the mistake of hiring the wrong moving company. A friend of mine just moved over the weekend and sent me a picture of the Two College Brothers truck in front of their house, raving about him. Totally raved about twocollegebrothers.com. And had a smooth move. If you want a smooth move, you want to get a great quote, and they'll stick with that quote. They're not going to move it all around. It's not going to be a moving target. The price is not going to go up mid-move or at the end of the move. And if you want your furniture wrapped, if you want everything handled professionally, if you want trained, background checked, clean movers, you want twocollegebrothers.com. Friends, relatives, you, your kids, whomever, neighbors, recommend twocollegebrothers.com. Mention me, MJ, and they'll give you free moving boxes. Twocollegebrothers.com, smartest move you'll ever make. Hey, I want to thank Stacy Kemp and the Kemp Law Group because we are now in the second week of the ATMJ, and thanks to the Kemp Law Group, we're giving away $40,000 in cash. You know what that says? That tells you they're recovering a lot. If they're spending that kind of money on my promotion, that tells you they're making a lot of money for people like you in car accidents. So if you are in a car wreck or a slip and fall, get a hold of the Kemp Law Group because they're going to recover big money for you. All right? If you're due something, the Kemp Law Group is going to be there. The Kemp Law Group, they know how to navigate everything. They know how to deal with the court system. They know how to deal with the insurance companies, the defense attorneys on the other side. Let the Kemp Law Group maximize what you get for your car wreck after you've been hurt because of somebody else's negligence or a slip and fall. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law and tell them MJ sent you. Traffic's on. Here's Shriner, 8:58. We're back in minutes, MJ Morning Show.
Still have delays from the accident in Manatee County on 75 southbound at State Road 64. It's backed up to 275. An accident on I-4 eastbound at Park Road has the off-ramp partially blocked. I-4 west heavy volume from Branch Forbes to Broward Drive and on the approach to the 275 junction. 275 south through Tampa slow from Fowler to Sly. Keeping you updated, I'm Shriner.
thing, and it's got to be in my pile, Michelle. No, there was something interesting about guys' heights and dating apps. I got to find the date. It's driving me freaking nuts. Can't find it. All right, 9:01 at the MJ Morning Show. Another $1,000 on the way this hour. Just keep listening. We'll tell you exactly when to call in. Yeah, I have a couple of things that I want to maybe generate some calls on. But, I got to be careful because the call segments can't get near the money giveaway because obviously the phones blow out the phones are still ringing now for the money I gave away half an hour ago.
It's a tightrope to walk.
Yeah, so another $1,000 happens in just a bit. I happen to have a list of, these stories kind of suck. And this pisses me off to a certain extent because the headline is the happiest classic rock song ever, according to science. I've read the story 9 times, and Michelle also looked at it. Michelle, what's the problem with this?
The article doesn't tell you exactly what that happiest rock song of all time is.
So the headline is the happiest classic rock song ever, according to science, from some website called Far Out Magazine.
I've clicked a couple of links like that as well. It's like, so-and-so replied with this cutting 3-word answer. I'm like, ooh, what'd he say? And I'm scrolling the whole thing, and he never said what he said.
Yeah.
Guess what? Kelly Scanlon. I'd like to run Kelly over with a golf cart. Thank you, Kelly. So I know a lot of times the writers of the stories don't write the headlines. That's in the newspaper business. That was always the thing.
Yeah.
That you have headline writers and you have the story writers. The story writers never really wrote the headlines. That was a whole different department. But talk about freaking misleading. So there are songs mentioned as far as the happiest songs, and it has to do with, lyrics and also beats per minute. And, scientific criteria, a Dr. Jacob Jolich sought to identify the happiest, most dopamine-inducing songs of all time. And he concluded that the most uplifting, enjoyable songs were ones with a rhythmic beat ranging from 100 to 150 beats per minute. Also noticed, less surprisingly, that these songs mainly adhered to major keys rather than minor keys.
So you're telling us like a billion different songs.
Yeah.
So some of the tracks revealed. These are some of the songs which apparently are very happy. And these are songs that make the list of the happiest class, but they don't identify in the article what is the happiest classic rock song of all time. And of the songs that are on the list of being very, very happy songs, then we have the ABBA song. I mean, listen, I like ABBA. I'll admit it. I mean, some people, MJ, you like ABBA? That's not cool.
Nah, it's a cool band.
I think ABBA's great. I'm even more impressed that like English is their 4th language. I mean,
yeah,
exactly. Bjorn.
All right, so it's
and then there's one more.
So what? Peppy songs or happy songs? Okay.
Here's the other. This is the last example I have of happy songs.
That's what you always say. I don't mind it, but do you like it?
No,
listen, it's not my first choice.
If I never hear Eye of the Tiger again,
yes,
it's too soon.
Dude,
Thank you, Fester. I'm with you.
That's in hot rotation on this station.
Yeah, I don't program this station.
Yeah.
Well, either do we anymore.
Basically, a list was compiled, and Kelly Scanlon pulled this song out as the rock song. That's the happiest.
Oh.
But there's, it's a list of like 10 or 100 songs or something.
And I got a complaint.
Okay.
I just checked my email during the break.
Oh, a listener complaint. I thought it was like a MJ bitching and complaining.
No, Mr. Ron Man.
Okay.
Mr. Ron Man has sent me an email complaining. Now, let me share this. Good morning, MJ. Do you think you're being a good influence endorsing the highway to hell? If you or your loved ones are facing a catastrophe or bad health diagnosis, are you going to ask the devil for help? Are you going to call Angus Young and have him sing Highway to Hell?
I mean, if you are on a highway to hell, then, it's nice to know somebody who could sing it.
Is that where you want your family to go?
Yes.
I know you're going to say that you are just kidding around, but God might not see it that way. I hope you change your way of thinking before it's too late.
Yes.
May God bless you and your family and keep you safe. Listen, first of all, Mr. Ron Man.
Mr. Ron Man is having a party with Cecil.
Mr. Ron Man. Mr. Ron Man, thank you for your concern. But listen, I was joking. And, Michelle and I and the kids, we went to see AC/DC. Man, if he saw all those red flashing devil horns in the audience, my God, you talk about being triggered.
Were there any of those like public preachers with like mega horns as you walked into the stadium?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we did see.
As
we're walking. No. As we were driving, driving down a side street to get to the ABC Action News parking lot, and like I said, they had 3 security guards at ABC Action News on Himes. And you cannot park there unless you have a specific ABC Action News issued parking pass, which is even specific to the date, my name, and the event. And Dennis Phillips, our buddy from ABC Action News, chief meteorologist, he got me a parking pass, which I love their parking. To go to a concert at Ray J, I love parking at ABC Action News. But folks, don't think about it because you're not getting in. Unless you have the parking pass, don't even attempt it. They had 3 security guards out there. So as we're driving down a side street, there was a guy with like a wagon with all kinds of praise the Lord and Jesus will save you.
Yeah.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
So listen, Mr. Ron, man, thank you for your concern and care. I was just joking around with what I said earlier.
I knew you would say that.
Well, but here's what happened. If you're just tuning in and you missed what happened earlier in the show, I posted a video. It's on my Instagram. It's Certified MJ Radio. And it's Michelle and me and Chloe. And just look for Chloe holding up an alcoholic beverage at the Raymond James Stadium on Friday night for AC/DC. So that's the thumbnail. That's the profile pic. So there's a video of us in the stands right as Back in Black from AC/DC is starting. So I post the video, and within minutes, I get a text message from Ron, our general manager, Ron DeCastro. And he texts me, "What the hell are you doing at an AC/DC concert?" And I texted back to Ron, "I'm on a..."
And Mr. Ron Man, who has no sense of humor.
What are you saying? He has no sense of
the Ron Man, this guy who wrote you a complaint.
I thought you were talking about our Ron Man.
Oh, he has no sense of humor either. He doesn't. But this guy who wrote you the complaint, "You're writing you're on a highway to hell? Repent now."
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, dude. Okay, whatever. Thanks. MJ, I don't even know why you read the email.
I think the better question is, why wasn't Big Scary Ron at the AC/DC concert? I mean, it seems like his type of thing.
I'm calling Big Scary Ron now, our market manager and vice president, Ron DeCastro. Why was he so shocked that I was at an AC/DC concert with my family?
Because you're a nerd.
Yeah, I mean, you should have told him I got free tickets.
Hello, MJ. What's going on?
Yeah, hey, Ron. It's MJ. Michelle's working for free for over 5 months?
I'm afraid. I'm very afraid because I heard the story about Michelle slamming someone's head against the wall, and I to be honest with you, I don't want to mess with her.
Here comes Ron. Look, grab Mike too.
Get Mike
All
over
right,
there.
So
I'm staying as far away from her as
you know that
I'm
ice cream,
physically-
that White House, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So that's where it happened.
The one with the blood stain, right?
The door jam. Yeah,
So,
that's the one.
right where the Mexican ship hit the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes,
On the
yes.
Brooklyn side, there's that white clapboard house. It used to be Brooklyn Ice Cream Company. They've since moved out of there, but that's where Michelle, beat the crap out of a lady that started it.
I'm not debating. I'm just saying.
All right,
I'm
so
concerned.
why were you so freaking shocked that I was at AC/DC with my family on Friday night?
I didn't.
That it warranted a text from you saying, "What are you doing at an AC/DC concert?"
I didn't see you as an AC/DC guy. That's all. I mean, I did not see that.
Maybe he's not an AC/DC guy, but you have to acknowledge they're an awesome band.
No debate.
I mean, he's not getting tattoos and and wearing the black T-shirts to church and stuff.
That's Okay, that's what I pictured.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you like my response?
Yes. Now listen.
I texted back to Ron. He says, "What are you doing at ACD's?" Because I texted
I'm
Ron
on a
back.
highway to
I'm
hell.
on a highway to hell.
We heard you say it 10 times already.
I was also watching the Knick game, and we were a couple bottles in. So.
There you go.
Drunk Ron.
Also sounds like a fun time.
Fun time.
Hey, is my wife going to get some kind of accommodation or a commendation for working for free?
The answer was no until the story about the tour jam.
Can we have somebody print up a certificate or something? Like maybe non-employee employee of the month.
By the way, speaking of employee of the month.
Yes.
Our new promotions director has been here for 7 minutes, and she's already employee of the month.
That's correct.
I've been here for almost 5 years. You know that I have never been employee of the month at any freaking radio station I've ever worked at. I've brought in tens and tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars in revenue, and I've never been the employee of the month anywhere.
You know what it is? Your pissy attitude.
Did you add up all the tens and tens and tens of millions?
Yeah.
I want accounting for that. I really do.
I brought in hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue over the years.
Yeah, well, listen. Let's prorate the last 5, okay?
Our new promotions director has been here for 17 minutes, and she's already employee of the month.
I think your wife has a better shot than you do.
Yeah, no kidding.
Super. All right. Thanks, Ron.
What's the shortest month? February?
Yes, it is.
Let's make him the shortest month guy.
Bester.
Next
funny,
February.
Funny guy.
February 2026, coming right around the corner.
Where was I? Was I about to get into something else before Ron came in?
I don't know. Something about the guy bitching about Highway to Hell who's overreacting.
Anyway.
All
So,
right.
listen, Mr. Ron, man, I'm sorry if you're offended.
Radios have dials for a reason, Ron.
Oh, don't tell me to
I tell
turn the
everybody
dial.
that. I tell everybody that. Listen, you know,
I don't want people to turn the dial.
I do.
But listen, Ron, if you're offended, I apologize.
I don't.
I'm not a devil worshiper. I didn't buy devil horns.
Well, listen to you.
What? You didn't apologize to Cecil when he called it and complained about you joking about the Pope? Now you're going to apply to this Ron guy?
I apologize to no one.
What are you apologizing for? For being funny?
Yeah, seriously. For Ron being a... Listen, first of all, the Lord's probably disappointed in you right now, Ron, for calling a radio station about this. I'm just saying. Big JC's like, oh, Jesus, not Ron again.
All right, we stop it. All right. So, Ron, I hope you keep listening. And thank you for your concern for me and my family. I do highly appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. I fully believe that, Michelle.
At 9:14 at the MJ Morning Show, Katy Perry can't catch a break.
Oh, I feel so bad for her. Oh, poor
now
Katy
the
Perry.
hotel where she had her residency.
Oh, no.
All right,
When it burned down?
No, can you stop with turn the obnoxious switch?
It's you. dude.
What's me?
I feel so bad for Katy Perry because you took a picture with my kid when she was 8 years old. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares?
Katy Perry's getting a lot of crap lately. I don't think she deserves it.
Okay, I know you don't think so, and you are wrong.
But no, I have to say, like, why does she deserve it? Because she went up in a rocket that's shaped like a penis? That's like a big problem for her?
Okay, it's not
why?
It's not
why?
that she doesn't deserve it because she went up in the wiener rocket.
But that's the whole reason she's getting
but
it.
it's MJ's reaction to his outrage. Who cares?
Oh, you know what? He's showing empathy and sympathy.
Exactly. Listen, Katy Perry, the internet has turned against her. It's like the world against Katy Perry. And I'm sorry, I don't think she deserves it. So Katy Perry, apparently there's a story, Katy Perry not welcome in Vegas after the complete failure of her residency. That the hotel, the residency was a disaster for Resorts World, a complete failure. A source told News Nation. Yeah, the News Nation network. Okay. There was a bidding war between Caesars and Resorts World. Caesars technically lost out, but in the end, Caesars won. Katy Perry's residency was a big money loser. Katy Perry was getting paid between $750,000 and $900,000 a show.
Oh, I feel so bad for Katy. Oh,
and it was a flop apparently, and they didn't make their money back. And
a flop for who? Not Katy.
For Resorts World.
You should feel bad for Resorts World.
But now they're saying that she's not welcome in Vegas anymore because they lost so much money.
Hey, give me my $100 million. I'll never go to that crap town again. You're crazy. I feel so bad for Katy Perry. She only made $100 million doing all these shows for resorts, and it was a flop.
Guess what I have?
What?
I have an update on Burger King and the federal lawsuit. Oh, Michelle's taking her headphones off.
BK. Michelle hates your song.
She does.
You rule, Michelle.
She hates that thing. That's the instrumental version with the vocal tag out.
It's just too much.
By the way. What's too much?
They play that commercial too much, and it's so annoying.
Dude, that commercial's like Eye of the Tiger.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
U.S. District Judge Roy K. Ullman in Florida on May 5th denied Burger King's motion to dismiss the lawsuit, alleging that the fast food chain misled customers by misleading advertising on the Whopper.
Oh, my God, it's amazing. You gave a judicial response, and at the end, it's you rule. That's his ruling.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, he's ruled.
I rule.
Yeah.
We need a gavel at the end of that.
So Burger King continues to try to get this thing tossed out, but nope, federal judge says that Burger King will have to face the trial. We brought this up like early last week, but I guess Burger King is still attempting to get this thing chucked out of federal court. But the judge, federal judge here in Florida, is refusing to dismiss the lawsuit. 19 people are suing Burger King, saying that Burger King advertises its burgers as large burgers compared to their competitors by showing them containing oversized meat patties. Anyway, the lawsuit says that the pictures and the TV commercials are showing a Whopper and all the ingredients much larger than what you actually get. You know, I tell you what, I'm hungry for a freaking burger. I want a great... Michelle, what did I say to you yesterday?
As we were going to bed?
What did I say?
I'm hungry for a burger.
I did.
Let's introduce burgers to the bedroom.
As we were going to bed, it's like just before midnight. I don't know why I said it. I crawl into bed. Michelle's already in bed, and she's playing with her device.
Her phone?
Her phone, yeah.
Okay, you got to give another couple of words in that sentence.
So Michelle was... her phone was on vibrate, by the way. All right, so hold on. So Michelle's playing with her phone. I don't know what possessed me to say this, but I have a craving for a great, drippy cheeseburger. You know what someone sent me?
I hope that you were inclined to say that because you're hungry for a burger, and you weren't just like rambling about nothing.
You know, I wouldn't mind an El Cap today, but you know, we have to leave after the show to go work out, and then I would have to come back across the St. Pete and.
Let's get one tomorrow.
Yeah, I just kind of in the mood for an El Cap burger. But what's the name? What's the slider place that's opening up in Clearwater? I got an email. Someone sent me an email about some slider place.
They just serve sliders?
Yeah, no, it's a chain.
Small sliders?
Yeah.
Smalls Sliders.
Small Sliders opens new drive-through burger joint in Clearwater, and someone sent me an email on that. I'll try it.
They open up this week. They're not open today. They open up May 21st.
Oh, May 21st. Okay. And you know what? I haven't been for a long time is Pete and Shorty's.
Yeah.
I always had a good little, like a slider there as well.
They had a slider. They had that.
I don't know why. I haven't been there for years.
They had that loose meat sandwich they had for a while. That Iowa.
Yeah, I got to get the Pete and Shorty's again. Yeah, I mean, I love a good burger, but I love red meat. I love a phenomenal, ribeye. You can't have a thin steak. You got to have at least an inch and a quarter, inch and a half.
I've been saying that for 30 years.
All right, you got to have a good thick steak. And I love red meat, but I only eat like a hamburger or a steak once a month.
Tell us again the size. How much does it have to be? At least what?
Listen, thin steaks suck. All right.
Yes.
You got to have a steak that's at least an inch and a quarter to an inch and a half. That is the minimum thickness a steak should be.
He won't put your meat in his mouth unless it's an inch and a half.
All right, Fester, just knock it off.
What? We're talking steaks.
Just stop it. But for whatever reason, I'm craving. Does that mean my body needs iron?
Yes.
If I'm craving just a burger.
No, it means your body needs processed American cheese, man. Come on.
That too.
Let's go. Let's get a burger.
Man, I'm telling you. All right, 9:21 at the MJ morning. I mean, I got to have a burger today, Michelle. We got to get a burger. You know what? I just might make them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get some great 70-30 or 80-20. That's what I'm making. I'm going to get some potato buns. I'm making burgers. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. We're having cheeseburgers for dinner. All right? You okay with that?
I think you want it on a brioche bun.
Well, brioche is a good bun also.
Yeah.
But I like.
You should consult with Steve across the street.
Listen,
before you do this.
I do like a potato roll for a burger as well. You know what? We're doing burgers tonight. I'm having a freaking burger craving. I'm going to cook. All right? Let me go get some high quality, 80-20 or 70-30. And that's the fat content. Folks, I'm telling you right now, if you're making burgers at home or on the grill, do not buy 90-10s. You're an idiot.
Yeah,
If you gotta get it, it's got to be at least 80-20, meaning 80% meat, 20% fat. Fat is flavor. All right.
If you don't make burgers tonight, why don't you come out tomorrow night? Meet me like at Ford's Garage. It's Tuesday. Kids eat free.
Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, Fester will be there.
I'll be there.
All right, 9:22 at the MJ Morning Show. We have a whole chunk to go. Man, I wanted to take calls on like a whole bunch of things. Jeez,
Yeah,
man.
but we had to talk about burgers and some guy calling you an antichrist and all kinds of craziness. The show just unravels. We have a plan for the show. Honestly,
But
MJ
that's the beauty of the show.
Yeah, I understand.
You don't know where the hell this thing's going.
We have a plan. MJ roughly knows what he wants to
You
talk
know where we're
about and
going?
when.
You know where we're going? That's where we're sorry, Mr. Ron, man. I apologize, Ron.
That guy's going to jump off the Skyway Bridge.
All right, 9:23 at the MJ Morning Show. You stop. I got so much junk to get in the final chunk of the show. And then we have another $1,000 to give away. Oh, look at these guys. Hey, Ron, who are these guys?
He hired a new
Ron,
walkie-talkie.
hold on.
You know Josh.
So now Ron is
Josh,
giving
right?
a tour. So who are these guys?
Okay. All right. Hold on. We got a big announcement.
Where are these guys
you don't
from?
Know?
The first gentleman is Joshua, who's our new director of sales.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this guy.
Josh Medley.
Oh, dude, you were at Clear Channel with me.
Yes, I was.
So hold on, you're back from Hawaii?
I'm back from
Hold on,
Hawaii.
get on the mic. You know how this works. That's right.
Nah.
Josh.
He sells it. Isn't
Hey,
talking it.
what years did I work with you on Gandhi?
Okay, so it would probably be the very early 2000s.
Yeah.
By the way, I just about drove off the bridge when I found out that Chloe's old enough to drink.
Chloe's 23. She'll be 24.
Because it would have been.
And
You
guess
would have
what?
been there.
You were there when she was born.
I know I was.
And my wife is working for free.
I know.
Yeah.
My
And
wife
I'm working for almost free.
Yeah.
Well, that's the business.
By the way, Fest was out of contract. He could walk out of here anytime and go across the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh is actually paying me to work here.
All right. So, Josh, are you joining us?
Yes.
Well.
Today is my first day.
Oh, so where's the announcement?
This is
All
it.
right.
This
So
is
hold on.
it.
So Josh, remind me your last name.
Mednick.
That's right, Josh, and you were one of the sales managers over at Clear Channel.
At the other.
Yeah. And that's on Gandhi.
Right.
And what is your position here?
I'm the director of sales.
Oh, well, look at that, the new DOS. Josh, welcome to the
Thank
fold
you.
here.
It's great to see you, man.
Do we have to clap for that? Is that worth?
Hey, I'm still.
That is worth clapping
I mean,
for.
hey, clapping.
Guess what? I'm still the number one live endorser in the market.
Great.
Yeah.
We'll make sure we take care of that.
All right. I got two more in the hopper. Do you know that?
Good.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got two more in the hopper right now. Well, because the ROI, my live endorsement ROI for customer. Just ask the Banco folks, man. Or ask everyone. Ask veterans for my ROI. My clients that have me do their live commercials,
Right.
their ROIs are phenomenal.
Hasn't changed.
Yep.
22 years hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed. Same
Yeah.
deal. All right, welcome
I'm here
back,
8
man.
minutes, and he's already selling me on getting him endorsements.
Were you
Perfect.
on Oahu? Where were you?
So I was living on Oahu, but my job had me flying all over the islands.
Did you go to Kauai?
Yeah.
You ever go to Hamora Saimin in Lahui?
I did not.
Oh God, the best
I
Saimin.
went to Bubba's Burgers for a
yeah.
banana milkshake.
Yeah, I got you.
But you didn't go visit the famous Russell Link
Oh, and Russell Link's
that
out
you
in
must have
Kauai.
worked with over there?
No way.
Russell Link lives in Hawaii.
Russell Link, our controller.
Controller.
Yeah.
He moved back to Hawaii years ago. He lives in Kauai.
Oh, my God. I had
yeah,
no idea.
Absolutely.
No idea.
It's been back there for 12, 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, welcome aboard, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, whip him into shape over there.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
All of them.
All right, we're running late now. Look at this. All right, 9:26 at the MJ Morning Show. All right, we have $1,000 to give away. The next grand with the ATMJ is happening in minutes here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Don't move. Hey, I'm having new air conditioner installed by Plan B Air Conditioning. Later this week, I'm having a new AC unit because I've got a number of AC units at the house. One is dead, and guess who's putting in my new AC unit? Plan B Air Conditioning. If you have a dead AC unit, most likely they can fix it, all right? In this case, this is too far gone, and I just want to get rid of it and get a new one in there. So I'm going in a whole different direction with my AC, and I'll fill you in on where I'm headed. But if you have a broken air conditioning unit, especially with the hot temps, the heat domes that we've been experiencing, we're heading into the hot summer months. When your AC busts, get a hold of Plan B Air Conditioning. There are some companies that'll say, no, we can't fix that. You need a new unit, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. Plan B Air Conditioning is known. I have examples of listeners that called their usual air conditioning company and were told, nope, can't be fixed. You need a new unit, $8,000, $6,000, $5,000, whatever. And then Plan B AC goes in as a second opinion, and they say, no, we can fix this thing for hundreds instead of thousands for a new one. Any air conditioning problem, folks, you want Plan B Air Conditioning. You mention me, MJ, get 10% off. 10% off. PlanBAirConditioning.com. That's PlanBAirConditioning.com or 813-PLAN-BAC and tell them that MJ sent you. Steve and Elizabeth Holland would love to talk with you today. What does Steve and Elizabeth Holland at the Holland Group Retirement Wealth Advisors want to talk to you about? Making sure you're not on a highway to financial ruin. The Holland Group Retirement Wealth Advisors want to make sure that you have the right investment strategy. Do you have the right investment portfolio bringing in investment income every single month? When you retire, the paycheck stops. Wouldn't you like retirement income from investments to replace that paycheck? Of course. Do you have the right mix? You got to make sure you have the right plan. You have to make sure you have the right retirement plan, the right investment planning, the right tax planning. What about taxes? Are you going to get hosed with tax planning? If you are retiring, in 5 years, 2 years, if you're in retirement, make sure you have tax mitigation on the books. If you don't, you could be in for a rude awakening. The Hollands will build you all the plans, complimentary, no obligation, no cost to you. Go to askthehollands.com and don't wait till it's too late. AskTheHollands.com and tell them MJ sent you. Traffic's on at 9:29. MJ Morning Show is back in minutes. I just got a follow-up email from Mr. Ron Man. Yeah, Ron's listening.
So he's a listener.
Yeah, thank you for understanding, MJ. I'm on Facebook. Ron Man.
No, he read it completely wrong. We don't understand.
No, I do understand.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I understand.
I
That
don't.
he's offended by, I was joking about being on a highway to hell.
After going to an AC/DC concert and this holy roller is getting bent out of shape.
All right, Ron, listen, I understand different strokes, different folks. I'm not gonna, not gonna bust you up because, I might have a, different. Listen, I'm not on a highway to hell. I'm not.
Did he email AC/DC? I mean, they wrote the song. Hello.
It's a good point.
It's true.
I mean, Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, a lot of the AC/DC stuff is like, but it's more caricature related. It's not
Tell
like
that to Mr. Ron.
It's not like serious stuff.
Tell that to Ronnie.
Hey, how does Cajun Fester feel about the Louisiana New Orleans jail escape?
Well, I done got some kin in that jail, though.
Did you see they broke out behind a toilet? This is like something out of a movie. I love this story. Well, listen, I don't like jail escapees, and I think they've already captured a few of them.
A couple of slowpokes they done got.
Can you see, Michelle? Look, how many of the New Orleans jail escapees have they captured?
I think I got 3 of them.
And listen, I'm very law enforcement friendly. I'm for the stiffest penalties for criminals. Make our streets safer. But I was just curious, with 10 escaping from a New Orleans jail through a hole in a cell behind a toilet. I mean, isn't that how they escaped in, the Alcatraz, escape from Alcatraz? Remember?
I tell you right now, that toilet there, that's the point of entry and exit for jailbreakers. The sewer system is a very susceptible
It's
place.
a point of exit for several things.
You got it.
Yeah. 10 men broke out of a New Orleans jail on Friday.
That's a lot of fellas.
In an overnight escape by fleeing through a hole behind a toilet and scaling a wall while the lone guard assigned to their cell pod was getting food. This guy was shoving his face while 10 guys were busted out behind a toilet in a cell. What the hell? First of all, what are 10 guys doing in a cell?
Well, sometimes they got pods there, where you put a bunch of people in there.
7 of the escapees, including suspects charged with murder, at the last that I have, were still on the lam.
My kin who escaped was charged with jaywalking.
All right, Michelle, can you see if there's an update?
Yeah, they're still looking for 7 of them.
All right, so
3 of them have been caught.
3 have been caught, and 7 are still on the lam, and some are actually charged with murder. Capital cases here.
Yeah, these are bad people, and they are out and about in New Orleans.
Yeah. So
look at it. You see where they ripped the toilet, ripped the plumbing and the wires.
Does Cajun Fester have a relative that works in the Louisiana penal system?
No, listen. My relatives don't work in the penal system.
We're in
the penal system.
They're visiting.
I got 2 cousins in this jail.
Yeah. Surveillance footage shared with media during a news conference. The escapees sprinting out of the facility, some wearing orange clothing, others in white. They scaled the fence using blankets to avoid being cut by the razor wire. And some can be seen sprinting across the nearby interstate into a neighborhood. My God.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are dodging cars on the interstate.
Let me ask you a question.
Who do you want to ask?
You.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Cajun Fester.
Okay,
Cajun Fester, if they've been used to jail food, what do you think? What are the options for some local cuisine once they bust out?
Oh, listen here now. You don't make you escape to a beautiful area in New Orleans. Got great food. First of all, you start off with a big old bowl of etouffee. Maybe get a little gumbo. Maybe have a little shrimp po' boy. Maybe a crawfish po' boy. Give it a little fried catfish. Maybe have some beignets and some chicory.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the beignets and chicory.
Beignets and chicory. You stand out there in that orange jumpsuit, though. You got to get yourself a change of clothes. You better get a change of clothes pretty quick, though.
So Cafe Du Monde.
Yeah.
Is that the best beignet, or is that just the best name?
That's where the tourists go.
All right.
Tourists go. Real Louisiana go to my mama's house.
Okay, for Mama's beignets?
Oh, nobody make a beignet like my mama.
What about Mama's bidet?
Mama, shoot, nice and clean down there. Listen, let me tell you, it's not a swamp.
All right,
my mama.
Just stop. Would you just stop? Hey, if I were to say
you turn the heat up on that bidet, you could cook some crawfish.
All right, If I were to say, look out for PB faucets, what would I be saying? Warning, ladies and gentlemen. Warning, warning, warning. Heads up. We've got a warning on PB faucets.
Well, you talk about bidets right into faucets.
What do you think I'm talking about? What is the warning for?
PB faucets?
Yeah.
Like public bathroom faucets?
Nope.
Oh. Peanut butter faucets? That can't be it.
PB faucets. Come on.
Is it a name brand I'm not thinking of? Like, I can't think of faucet names now. Price?
The letters PB, what does that mean? Come on.
Peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
No,
It means peanut butter.
No.
And then you said faucets, and I said public bathroom.
No, you shouldn't eat this PB. Come on, none of you? Nobody? My wife's a freaking doctor over here. All right, the JD, a lawyer, but no one knows?
Well, you said it's food, but then you put the word
faucet.
faucets afterward, and we're not sure what
is it
that
something
means.
you
No. I said you don't want to eat this PB.
But then you said faucet.
Yeah.
But I didn't say, I said beware of the PB faucets.
Yeah.
What is PB? The periodic table for lead. PB, lead.
I want to shoot myself, speaking
Yeah.
of lead.
All right.
Yeah.
So
what are you
We're
saying?
doing periodic table jokes?
No, listen to me. I'm warning you about the PB faucet. A whole bunch of faucets sold on Amazon are from China, and they're all lead contaminated. So, like, the water coming out of your faucet is giving you a nice daily dose of lead. PB. Little PB&J. Some lead and jelly.
Don't try to make it funny now.
Yeah.
Okay, tough guy.
Tomato.
Yeah, you're like making a periodic table joke,
Dude,
and now you're coming around to peanut butter.
This is an urgent federal warning. Federal regulators are issuing an urgent warning that certain faucets sold on Amazon may cause exposure to lead after the Chinese companies who made the products refused to issue recalls. There you go. Chinese plumbing hardware, and they're contaminated with lead. So the water coming out is going through lead, and the Chinese companies refuse to issue a recall. So the feds have to step in. That's great. In a safety warning issued last week, the agency said exposure to lead from these faucets poses significant health risks. So if you bought these on Amazon, faucets sold between $30 and $70 bucks a piece. Vesla Home, KZH Bathroom, Ceinol, Ceinol, Rainsworth Bathroom Faucet, Nictie, Nictie, or Nictie Bathroom Faucet, HGN Kitchen Faucet, Comolagma. All right, if you bought a QOMO, Comolangma.
Now let's get the Comolangmas.
Yeah, if you bought that, you deserve to get lead poisoning. You and the kids.
Comolangma actually is a Chinese for lead poisoning.
Here's a Kissim Pro, KICIM, V Faucet, FAUOSIT.
If you can't even pronounce the faucet you're buying, please just do not buy it.
How about you don't buy plumbing fixtures made in China?
No, that's kind of hard.
So,
I mean, even if they are made over there, at least, know the company name on them.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a huge, a warning, and a lot of these were sold on Amazon, and they're apparently very dangerous with lead contamination.
The texts are rolling in with what a horrible clue PB was.
Yeah.
What?
And one guy thought it meant plumber's butt.
That's funny. That's very funny.
I wish I would have thought of it.
We got to give away the $1,000 right now. So I got $1,000. It's the ATMJ spitting out $40,000 in cash. Gave away 20 grand last week, and this morning we started it all over again. $1,000 right now. We'll go with caller number 47. Caller 47 right now. 800-990-1047. If you're the 47th caller, you'll win $1,000 right now with the ATMJ, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Be the 47th caller and know the winner from last hour. That's how this contest works. You always need to be listening. Even if you don't win, you have to make note of the last winner's first name to win the next time. So right now we're looking for caller 47, and you need to know who won last hour in the 8 o'clock hour. And if you're the right caller, you know the name, you got the next $1,000. And if you don't win right now, keep listening because you need to know who wins right now in order to be eligible to win tomorrow morning in the 6 o'clock hour when we start it all over again. Every hour, every day here on the MJ Morning Show this week, $1,000. We're giving away a total of $40,000 thanks to the Kemp Law Group. All right, so 47, Andrew will let me know when we have it, and boom. Did you know, this is insane, I didn't know this, if you've got a dying plant, do you know what you're supposed to do?
Pour Sprite on it.
You know what, you're not far off.
Oh.
But, you know, you are, because Sprite has no caffeine.
Oh, okay.
Did you know you're supposed to pour coffee into dying plants, and it allegedly just revitalizes them?
Yeah, I've seen like some tomato growing videos because I've been interested in that lately, and they have and they said like work coffee grounds into the soil. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Listen to this. Most gardeners know black coffee can revitalize a dying plant, providing nutrients and deterring pests. Wow. And then this one guy says it's not just like black coffee or coffee grounds. This one guy says that sugary coffee, this one guy uses iced brown sugar shaken espresso coffee from Dunkin', and he used them on dying. Is that one they make, or is that like a Dunkin' prepackaged drink? Look for Dunkin'.
Could be either.
Iced brown sugar espresso coffee from Dunkin'. This guy says that it revitalized 2 dying trees in his yard. I didn't know this. I didn't know that coffee can revitalize dying plants and trees.
It looks like it's a handmade drink.
Wow. Anyway, hey, little hot gardening tip. Let me grab caller 47 right now. It'll be this line right here. Hi, good morning. This is the MJ Morning Show. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hi. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Niku.
What is it?
It's Niku.
Niku, like the neonatal intensive care unit?
I'm not sure.
All right, anyway. Niku, where are you calling from?
Tampa.
Niku in Tampa. Niku, why are you calling the MJ Morning Show right now?
To win the $1,000.
Would you like $1,000 right now?
Yes, please.
Nico, you're caller 47, so you are the correct caller.
Oh my gosh! I've been trying forever.
Nico, who won the $1,000 last hour?
Jennifer.
You win $1,000.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Stacy Kemp.
Oh, thanks, Stacy Kemp. Yeah, $1,000. Nico, what do you work right now? What are you doing?
Yes. Yeah, I'm at work.
Awesome.
We need to spell your name.
Yeah, N-I-C-U.
Nikoo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. What are you guessing over here? She has a unique name. I want her to spell it. Not MJ guess rambling over here.
I just guessed. All right. So Nikoo?
Yes.
Nico, that's a great name.
1K, 2 O's?
Yeah. Nikoo.
Correct.
Niku. What kind of name is Niku? Because it's great.
Yeah, it's Persian.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Niku. So what a cool name. Nico, what do you do for a living?
I work at a local company here in Tampa.
Oh, you don't want to say what it is,
awfully vague, Niku. No. With the most unique name I've heard all month. Right. You can't just say, a local company.
Yeah, Nico, you have the distinction of having the most unique name so far in this contest.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Nico, congratulations. The $1,000 is yours. How long you been listening to the MJ Morning Show?
Since when you came back in 2020. I'm new to Tampa.
Oh, well, thank you so. I really appreciate it. And you know our backstory. That's fantastic. Where'd you move from before you got to Tampa?
Wisconsin.
Ah, very nice. All right, Niku, congratulations. $1,000 is yours, and thank you for listening to the show.
Thank you so much.
Andrew, our producer, will be the next voice you hear. I'm putting you on hold, and he'll get all your information, okay?
Okay, thank you.
$1,000. Look at that. All right, Niku. So you have to know, folks, Niku, Nikoo, she just won. So that's it for today. We give away another $1,000 every hour tomorrow. So you got to know Niku in the 6 o'clock hour tomorrow, and then we'll do 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow. All week long, every day, every hour here on the MJ Morning Show. $1,000. The ATMJ, as we give away a total of $40,000 over 2 weeks, thanks to Stacy Kemp, Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. All right, I've got so much crap I didn't get to today.
So much.
No, I'm serious, dude. I'm serious.
I'm serious.
And it's the end of the show. We got to go.
Let's do a 5th hour.
We really should.
I mean, Michelle's not getting paid either way. I mean,
well, I got to work out with Michelle at 10:30, so we got to get going. Should I take? Let me grab this call here. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
This is Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda, I got some bad news for you.
What is it?
Yeah, you are caller 48.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks so much, MJ.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Did you hear the name, or you just go back and listen to the podcast or the?
No, I heard the name. It was Jennifer.
No.
No, that was last hour.
Jennifer was 8 o'clock hour. We just had the winner. You don't know who won the 9 o'clock, right?
No,
yeah,
I don't.
All right, so you got to know that. So,
We should tell her.
What?
We should tell her.
All right, Niku.
Niku?
Yeah,
Niku.
Yeah, it could have been you, but instead it was Niku.
Don't laugh, Rhonda.
Are you laughing at Niku's name?
Rhonda.
Rhonda.
How rude.
Rhonda,
Don't start with me, MJ.
Why?
I don't need this crap in my life.
Rhonda, you okay?
No, I'm good. I'm only teasing you.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, give me some business. I deserve getting the business. All right, so Rhonda, listen, Rhonda, you got in. You were one call too late, but
Dang
hey, it starts tomorrow again. Okay.
All right.
Ron-
I'll listen back and find the name.
Thank you, Rhonda. Thanks for listening.
It's Niku. We're not
Have a
kidding.
great day.
It's really Niku.
Yeah, it's really Niku. Nikoo.
Really, we're not making that up.
Yeah. Niku.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Chester.
Yeah, we thought we were making up a joke name.
Niku just won. Nikoo. All right.
All right. I'll remember that. Thanks so much. Have a great day, guys.
You too. Bye-bye. All right, we got to roll.
See, that's the problem. A lot of people are calling in to win, and they aren't listening to their radio actively, and they miss the name of the person. So,
but people know to go back and
people
listen.
know. They have their
go back
ways.
and listen to the podcast, or go back and watch MJ TV, and you can obviously get the name. That's the cheat code on that sucker. All right, 9:51 at the MJ Morning Show. We got to go, folks. Have yourself a fantastic day. On Monday. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for the Tuesday show. MJ Morning Show Q105, and let's be careful out there.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app, powered by Anna Jar and Levine.